What's up, everybody? Appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for hanging out here today. Happy work day if you're at work, if you're at home, or you're on the go, or you're in a car. Just don't pay attention to the screen if you're in the car. But appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much for hanging out. Yesterday, oh my God, yesterday for 70 laps, we got done and we put up the most numbers we've ever put up ever on a stream, and I'm amazed by it. 106,000 views yesterday, y'all. 400, 500 something subscribers. Huge, huge day considering we didn't race much at all, but we're here. So if the sound sounds a little different, I'm in a different room. Spain had to work this morning. She got a lot of stuff going on, so I had to move everything to a different room. I took a half day off from work to do this for you guys. Let's have some fun today. Hit that like button, hit subscribe, and let's have a good time. So, does the sound good? Everything looks good. Yeah, massive loss. So hit that like button, guys, as we're going to go live here in about 10 minutes or so. They'll bring the broadcast of the USA. We're going to have the live cams like we did yesterday and all that good stuff. So thank you guys so much for being here today. And we appreciate you being here. If you're at work, make sure you do your work now. Don't get in trouble with your boss. Don't get in trouble. Racing's, you can always watch it on replay. But thank you guys so much for watching us. So I might be looking different ways because the screens are not normally where they're at. But we're going to have a good time. Yeah, shh. Don't tell anybody you're watching racing at work. All right. So hope you're ready to have some fun. I'll be watching the race over here, the cams over here. I'll be looking at the chat as well over here. So if you see my hands moving all the time, that's what we're doing. But hope you have a good time. The race starts at 5 o'clock for me. Great time and awesome overseas. Good deal. So if you're overseas, happy Tuesday morning. Happy Monday night, whatever. Hope you have a good start of the week with CeeLo here, and let's have a good time. So Chase Elliott is going to lead the field down to the stage 2 green. Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr., Bubba Wallace, Alex Bowman, Tyler Reddick. See if I can do this stretch here. Tyler Reddick, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Ross Chastain, Chase Briscoe, Joey Logano, Christopher Bell, AJ Allmendinger, Corey LaJoy, Noah Gregson, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Todd Gillen in that pickle car, and there's Denny. We're not sure about Denny now. Of course, when we last saw Denny, he went sliding through the infield grass after getting loose and at a turn 4, falling behind Bubba Wallace, and he's not sure. He said he took a picture, sent it to the crew. He doesn't really sure what's wrong with the car yet, but they'll see when they can start working on the cars. Remember, everything's under a red flag. Nobody can work on a car. Nobody can touch a car from yesterday. So they have no clue what's wrong with that car until they get into it. But we'll see how it gets up. What's up, JT? What's up, Serp? What's up, Karen? What's up, Green Bay Packers? Kenneth Fox working. Good morning, everybody. Heading to work. Won't be in conversation much, but I'll be listening. Awesome, man. Congratulations again, Kenneth Fox, on the 2 VIP passes. He's our winner. Karen, let's see. Serp is here. Billy Voles is here. JT is here. Who else is here? Menace, what's up? Good to see you. Julie, that space dog guy. Desert Fox, what's going on? Let's see who else is here. Susan, what's up? Hello, 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 everybody. F3N, Jacob, Zachary, CT Whale, Dominic, ID Hey Dog, Koila, what's going on? Gary's here as well. IDK is here. Lost is here. Bigfoot is here. Ernest is here. A whole bunch of people. Jacob is here. Angelo is here. A whole bunch of DJ Limo. What's going on, my man? And then what's up, Angelo and Pat and Melissa and Colin? Man, it's a whole bunch of people. And Bronny said he'll be back here in a little while. So you're my ear listening while at work. All right, Christopher, we'll try to give our best here. So have a good time. T-Van, good morning as well. Have everybody good deal. And the BB crew, if you're here, Bologna crew is here. Make sure you say hi as well. We're trying to get our two communities together and have a good time with that. So let me if I can just bring this down just a little bit more here. Yeah, that looks like a little better. But chilling at work. Thank God I'm not busy. Let's watch this race. That's right. CeeLo, my go-to guy for NASCAR. Thank you, buddy. Serp says, CeeLo, I thought the race would finish fully through. Turns out, but it had finished stage 1. Yeah, so I thought they finished stage 1, but we'll go through the rest of the field. I thought we were in stage 2 now. But let's see here. Denny Hamlin, Daniel Hamrick, Cody Ware, John Hunter Nemechek, Austin Cindric, Michael McDowell, Ryan Preece, Ryan Blaney, Chris Buescher, Zane Smith, William Byron. Byron's been really quiet of late. Saw someone in the chat say he needs a win bad. Austin Dillon, Daniel Suarez, Brad Keselowski back there in 30th, Ty Gibbs 31st, 32nd, Eric Jones, Harrison Burton 33rd, Carson Hocevar 34th, Justin Haley 35th, and Josh Berry 36th. So there is, yeah, Blaney won stage one. That's what I thought. We're in stage two. So we're in stage two. We're about to kick off stage two. And Blaney was my pick to win this thing. So we'll see what happens here. So took the day off to finish the race. Mark says, awesome, good deal. So I took about a half day. We'll finish this hopefully by 1 and then go from there. But make sure you hit that like button, guys, as you're coming in, and subscribe to the channel for all your NASCAR channel. We're trying to get to 20K today. We might not have a celebration if we get to 20K, but if we do, well, we'll celebrate it and have a good time. But and we'll celebrate another day, another time with the pie in the face. But Lloyd, what's going on? So stage 2 is where we'll start. That's right. So Chase Elliott, Martin Truex Jr. going to lead them down. We'll get the cams going here. And they got the battle cam up already. Let's see here. They do. All right, let's get the cams going here. The cams. Let me do this one here for the aerial cam. Let's see. Do we have an aerial cam today? Do we have helicopter guy today? Let's see. Yes, we do. We have helicopter guy today as well. So we're just waiting on the broadcast to start here in 5 minutes, y'all. 5 minutes. What's up, Kristen? Good to see you. Brett says, let's go, Rowdy. 97 likes on the board. Let's go see if we can get to 100 likes, y'all, for the stream today. Thank you guys so much for all the love. 100 likes. Let's see. We got over 1,300 likes yesterday. Let's see if we can blow that out of the water today. I know a lot of people are at work, but let's see. And we'll start with Chase Elliott as our in-car camera is the leader. We'll bring him into as well. See if he looks good. All right, Chase Elliott, there it is. So just waiting. Cars will be rolling here very shortly. As where can we watch this on TV? It's on the USA Network. USA Network. So you guys can watch those. I'll just wait for all these commercials to load up. All right, there's Chase. And let's get this one going. Black shirt choice. You look like a floating head. Oh, well. It's like Haunted Mansion. All right, there's that one. And there's that one. All right, we're good. We got the aerial cam is not the helicopter today. It is on out of turns 1. And no helicopter today. And then that's on top of the thing. And then we have Chase. So there we go. We're ready to have some fun. And we'll bring in the audio here in just a second. Thank you still going to watch your stream. Awesome, Stacy. Appreciate you being here. Keegan, good luck on the stream today. Keegan, man, have fun today. I saw some streams, man. Have a good time up there. Is the crowd? Doesn't look like the crowd's too full. So I know a lot of people had to go home, but I'm glad you got to stay and watch the race. Keegan, make sure you check out my man Keegan. He does a good job too. He does exactly what we do. He has a lot of fun. He does a lot of NASCAR video games and all that stuff. So make sure you check out Keegan. He's always a cool dude to watch as well. So thank you, Keegan. Have a great time at the race. All right, cars are rolling, and we're still waiting on USA to come on here. They're probably going to drop the green flag as it goes live. Talk today, NASCAR going back to standard five lug nuts on Cup next season. It'll be interesting to see that. Make those crew chiefs, those crew work a lot. We got 3 more minutes till it starts here. Hit that like button for us. Fish, thanks for subscribing. Appreciate you being here. If you're new to us, hit that subscribe. We are definitely trying to get some more folks here for the rest of the season. And this is what we do. These cams right here, what you're watching is NASCAR.com. Anybody can watch these. So guys, you can check these cams out at home or on your phone, on your laptop, on your iPad, your tablet, whatever. They're free. So you can watch these guys. So what's up, James Ward? Good to see you. Alan says, go Bowman. Let's go. So here comes Denny changing some tires, and USA still hasn't started yet. So it starts at 10 Central. 10 Central. Glad to be back. Glad you guys are back here following us today. See if we can get over 1,000 folks in here already. We've got 600. Let's see if I can bring this down some. Maybe that'll work. Yeah, that's better. Good plan. Changing tires now. That's right. Change them. So I guess Denny's, now they're going to work on the car to see what kind of damage is underneath this car here, because You're welcome. But I'll refresh the thing at 10 o'clock, but I don't think NASCAR comes on until 10. Good plan. Change tires. Mother Nature, please don't mess up. Now it's gonna be nice and clear today. 65 degrees in Michigan. Hope Keegan's gonna enjoy that weather in there. Sun will be nice and warm too. So has the race started yet? No, it's still under caution. Stage 2 will begin here very shortly. Wait on USA to come on here. I did not expect to log on and see CeeLo streaming. Let's go. Roger says, hey, we're just trying to bring you the best contact, man. So look, they're really looking underneath the car to see how bad is this thing broke. Of course, if you don't know, Danny went sliding through the grass and jumping up and down on the grass, and I'm sure it tore up something underneath there. Is it enough to get through? We'll see. I'm not sure, but DirecTV USA shows Law and Order. It'll be on here in a second. It's like 1 more minute. It'll be going off the air in a second. It comes on in just a second. So it looks like that side is good. That's good. They're changing the tires on the left now, so that's good right here. All right, we're rolling. So I guess we're safe. Man, that worked out for Denny. He just got out before the cars are on the track. Let's go see here. See coming down here. There's your leaders, Chase. Bringing him in. And here's in-car camera to Chase right here. But thank you guys for tuning in. On the Go at CeeLo is our channel. Clear skies today, but a bit nippy. All right, well, I'm sure there's a good little wind going too. But, and then when here we go. About to come on now, guys. But have fun, Keegan. Have a great time. Thank you, Royce and Steven. Thank you so much. And we're on, y'all. Here we go.
By Golden Corral. We're going to try again. 51 laps were complete yesterday. Let's look back on what happened. Again, qualifying didn't get in, and so the field was set by the metrics. Denny Hamlin, Tyler Reddick brought the field to the green flag.
A very competitive race. Saw 2 wide, 3 wide. Kyle Larson takes the lead. Very aggressive.
Hopefully Davey comes back and win. We'll see.
When you see the
good time to wreck.
Make a big move. That's what Bubba Wallace did on the front stretch. Took advantage of a tight race.
He's
between
him.
the 5
I like
and the
that
11,
name.
and
He's
then
him.
Hamlin
Good morning, everyone. NASCAR race day. My pretty fiance Trisha and I are ready for some NASCAR racing. Awesome. Happy birthday early.
Stage 1 complete as Ryan Blaney gets the win.
This is live,
and then
Sanya.
Mother Nature interfered. Cars all came to pit road. Storms came through. And NASCAR made the
USA
decision
Disney pass
that they would postpone the race until this morning. And that's why we're seeing them rolling again. And they're about to make that choose decision again.
Yeah, so basically most of the field all pitted at lap 40. There's maybe 8 or 10, Blaney being one of them you talk about. He pitted at lap 48. You see we're at lap 54. This is kind of the start of stage 2. Denny Hamlin spent some time in his pit box. A little bit of repair to the underwing.
Troy, good morning from Alberta.
Clean it
is
up.
It on USA? Yes,
And, he's now going to rejoin at the tail of the field. On the lead lap, but he'll have to start all the way at the back. There's the 11 right there. Marty, what are you hearing about the 11?
Actually, it was 2 stops for Denny Hamlin. That second one just wrapped up. Chris Gabehart said everybody happy with the repairs.
So we get to 200 likes before the green flag. Kingsport, Tennessee. Bill, good to see you.
They made an elaborate plan overnight.
Jeff,
they had a labyrinth of toys laid out here to be able to make all those repairs. And that overnight time really helped him. He said the underbody was damaged about 60%. He said, I think we can get it back to 90% of what it's supposed to be. Not all the way fixed, but way closer for Denny Hamlin with that underbody now with this time here, Parker.
And Marty, that car he owns that he spun behind was in a unique position this race. He came in +3 above the cut line and then got to the lead there. But when that caution came out, his team was in a unique decision. Do they go for the stage win and get those crucial points, or
different storm
with the strategy they think would put them in a position to win the race? They pitted because they believe they have a car that can win this race.
Martin Truex Jr. started 24th. Crew chief James Small said all we need is track position. They got it through strategy and passing race cars. Truex has a fast Toyota, and he'll restart on the outside of this row.
And again,
here we go.
Truex, a driver who
boogity, stage 2. Let's go racing, folks. On a Monday.
Final full-time season.
Here we go.
Let's
go racing, boys. Weather's changed. It is dry, but it is windy. Big tailwind down the front stretch. It'll be interesting to see how they adapt.
It'll be 55 laps complete when they get to the line, and 65 to go in stage 2. It's underway from Michigan. Right away, you see the 22 of Logano jump out of line, get down to the bottom of the racetrack, making it 3 wide going into turn 1.
About 4 wide there. About the 4th row.
Briscoe in that blue and white car on the outside. He made it 3 wide in the middle of the corner.
What's up, Taj?
Big gain for him.
Getting a shove from the 5 of Kyle Larson.
Oh, Chastain to the left rear. Now the 20 of Bell to the outside of Larson.
He's got him on either side.
You're welcome. Pass.
And Larson's going the wrong direction. Chase Elliott out in front here at Michigan. And that's Kyle Busch running second. Bubba Wallace is third. Martin Truex Jr. and Briscoe the top 5.
Oh, Chase.
Battle for the lead.
How many laps
Kyle
they get in
Busch
yesterday? 70.
Chase Elliott rolled to the outside.
Who's all in school watching this, Tosh?
2 wide for second. Which lane will prevail?
Be telling your teachers now.
Martin stays behind Kyle Busch. Bubba Wallace behind Chase Elliott.
Oh, 50. I'm sorry, 50.
Those two continue side by side for the lead.
Still good.
And these cooler temperatures, when we came on board, they were only about a quarter of the way through the corner, and they were already.
Look at Rowdy. Where's my Rowdy friend?
Tons of grip.
And again, Busch looks to the inside, trying to take the lead away from
Where's my Rowdy friends?
Shorter around the bottom, but you have to
there
put more steering wheel, which I think kind of hurts the top speed. He's unable to clear him. Fortunately for him, Bubba Wallace
leader
behind him. He'll have another run. Look how quick.
Let me see those Rowdy Nation. Put those 8s in the chat.
Complete it this time. He drifts up in front of Elliott, and he does take the lead. 19 seasons, 19 years. Kyle Busch has won a race. This is the only one that's standing in his way to keeping that streak alive.
And now this is not a Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta rules package. They do not have reduced horsepower. They do not have high drag. Just the overall speed of this racetrack is allowing this kind of draft to dominate. You see it needing help down the straightaways.
Well, on top of that, think about the gain of RCR. We haven't been anywhere near the front. Last week, Austin Dillon led a lot of laps. Kyle Busch leading early today. Changes at RCR, positive.
Here comes Bubba.
Moves up to third.
Ooh, that was close.
He's definitely the car on the move as Bubba Wallace is going to try to take that spot right back.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Rick, we left off basically where we finished. The racing yesterday was unreal. We weren't sure if that was the weather and the intensity with the potential shortened race, but with blue skies and the expectation to run all 200 laps today, the drivers have not really calmed down.
Well, and it's a shorter race, right? This is, you got to go now. You know, this is not
Wallace
a 400-mile
and Chase
race
Briscoe
any longer.
battling for
you
third.
Get track position, and then
or is that Truex? No, that's Truex.
He's on the inside in the 1, trying to get by Christopher Bell. Those two fighting for the 7th spot.
Loving that 8.
And we see Martin Truex Jr. now look to the inside of Bubba Wallace.
So this is a difficult pass. We've seen several
guys
at
Briscoe.
Get to the bottom of another one. It's very difficult on the bottom. You just can't carry the momentum down the straightaway. Look at this right here. Briscoe going to make it 3 wide. We saw this many times before the race ended yesterday.
Woo!
To the bottom, is he going to be able to drift up? Just in front of the 19. He's not
going to be able
boys
to and girls.
The 23 of Wallace.
Drift, slide, steer. I don't know what he was doing, but up the track he was heading.
Awesome, I'm a G.
Front two almost working together.
Nose to tail.
Yes, you can. NASCAR.com, Jeff. This is not cable. This is NASCAR.com. Anybody can see these cams.
Well, in that lap, they were 3/4 of a second.
You can make it as big as you want.
I actually believe if these front two Chevrolets do what they're doing here, Jeff, nose to tail down the straightaway, offset a little bit in the corner to allow the second place car to have that downforce, and then continue to commit to each other, they have a chance to kind of drive off the front of the field.
Bottom of the screen. Martin Truex Jr. tucks back in behind the 23.
With 58 laps to go in stage 2, a pit stop is required. These cars can run around around 50.
It's going to snow, Ernest.
Kind of depends on your pace and if you're in the draft, but 50 is a safe number.
Dave, what about Briscoe? He's been the man on the move today.
He was. He fell back a couple of positions, Rick, but he was all the way up to 5th from restarting 9th. And this was after a yesterday where they had a motor miss that they couldn't diagnose.
David,
and then
funny.
It went away. I talked to crew chief Richard Boswell about that this morning. He said, it's not an uncommon thing in the garage right now. He said, I know what it is.
Awesome,
I don't want to tell you, but we know that it has gone away. And at the start of this race, Briscoe is ready to race.
33rd, he's come up a little bit. 33rd.
Okay. Hamlin, the underbody is not perfect, but it's way better than it was before the red flag. Since the green flag, how's the car handling for the 11? Listen in.
Foul brake, bad, really loose. Off. Yeah, they're back up.
He did not wreck. He was able to save it, and here's what happened to Denny Hamlin a moment ago.
He almost wrecked,
He's way back in 34th, and as the green flag came out, here is how loose Denny Hamlin was off of turn
he
2.
almost
Look
wrecked.
at that. What a save there for Denny Hamlin, Jeff Burton.
Yeah, that was a huge save. We
Rowdy
talk
in
about
front.
how
Thank you,
important
beautiful.
aerodynamics
Thank
are.
you,
When that
Durf.
underbody gets messed up, it
Appreciate
just
everybody
completely changes
subscribing.
the way
Thank
your car
you.
drives. Your grip leaves a race car. You cannot be near as aggressive as you once were.
So that 1.3-second gap over 3rd has gone away. Now Martin Truex Jr. right in the picture here, as these are the top 3. Kyle Busch right in front of Chase Elliott and Martin Truex Jr. So they weren't able to pull away.
Kyle Busch
Guys behind him
leading this pack, y'all.
together. Martin Truex Jr.
Truex and Chase
got into the back bumper of the 9. Let's see if he goes to the outside. He'll try to take 2nd away from Elliott. He does it through turn 2 on the outside. And now we'll see if Martin Truex Jr. has anything for Kyle Busch.
Yeah, even yesterday, Truex
like,
liked the outside of the racetrack. Now going to the bottom.
3 champions of the sport
Grade
fighting for the
8.
lead here at Michigan. And Martin's going to have it as they go into turn number 1. Here comes Chase Elliott.
See, we get
And
there,
how about
Alex.
that speed on the 9? 205 miles an hour at the end of the front straightaway. The draft, the tailwind, that is rolling.
Got Truex, the new leader. Truex, the new leader.
Into turn 3.
Let me
Chase
see
Elliott
those
looks to the inside.
19s.
Gets a little clean air on the nose of that number 9. Martin Truex Jr. It was the Iowa race where he announced that he would retire from full-time racing.
Truex.
And now out in front at Michigan. Chase Elliott running 2nd. Busch, Wallace, Larson, the top 5.
Appreciate everybody being here today. My name is CeeLo. If you're just joining us, our channel, we're a NASCAR channel. We do all the races. We do NASCAR qualifying, practice, truck series, Xfinity series. We do it all. And we do a preview vlog on Fridays to get you ready for the races. We're here on a Monday because we bring you the best content here on NASCAR for you guys on YouTube. Make sure you hit the subscribe. Make sure you hit the like. Have some fun today. Have a good time. Enjoy it. If you're at work, be careful. Don't get caught. If you're at school, pay attention to your teachers. And let's have some fun. If you're at home, enjoy. And I took half the day off to enjoy it with you guys. So let's get back to the racing. Let's crank it up. How about we crank it up here on a Monday morning? Let's do it. Yeah, he's there, Regine. Doesn't look too full from yesterday. You're welcome, Life. You're welcome, Kenny. Hit that like button for us. So we got Truex and then Chase Elliott. Let's see what MRN's got saying here.
Dogs of the week for the best pit crews and crew guys, and go in depth for all the money stops, pit road woes, and penalties. You know what? You never know what.
Thank you, Carlo, David, Cody, Don, Truffle, Allen. Thank you all for subscribing.
Platform Sirius XM Channel 90 on Tuesdays, and the full YouTube version drops on NASCAR.
Back to 34th. What a bonus on a Monday. All right, Mike. We'll be back live again for racing on Friday night for the Xfinity Series from Daytona. Or qualifying and then Daytona.
Since we last spoke, Elliot, who was second, Bubba Wallace goes third, Kyle Busch is fourth, and Kyle Larson rounds out the top five.
Ross Chastain side by side as he makes his way to turn number 3.
Ross Chastain on the outside. He's got William Byron. These two is inside that is very spirited battle among Chevy teammates.
Outside lane is the one that's by half a car, but the momentum on the bottom side kicks in for William Byron. That lime and black Raptor Chevrolet goes to work on Chastain.
That top side lane has worked in very, very quickly.
Thank you, Carlo. Appreciate you. Yes. Todd, and then Sunday truck.
Puts a lap on a scary loose John Hunter Nemechek. John Hunter is not having fun right now at all. He has just lost a lap, and he's doing everything he can to hang on.
You might have been able to hear it. I'm down here in turn 1. We talk about the high speeds in this racetrack. We've seen 205 miles per hour. Where did they do it? Right beside me, right here. I'm telling you, I've gone 200 miles at this racetrack. This is the next best thing to experiencing the speed in these race cars. When they go by, it's a visceral, physical reaction you feel.
Welcome, Dana.
And the wind that rushes by you is so intense. This is not open to the public, by the way, and I know that because yesterday I came here and I had a cop inform me that I probably shouldn't be standing here. So we probably have to get out here. I might get arrested.
Yeah, Saturday night, Coop.
Tell everyone my story. This is awesome.
Parker,
Check it out.
Parker, how much hair product do you have in, by the way? Because your hair isn't moving.
A lot of product. A lot.
As we mentioned, 205 miles an hour, and Parker and our camera person right there is literally feet away from those cars as they rocket through turn 1. Dave.
Look at the 24
Nicholas.
William Byron go from 25th all the way up to 7th. He's worked his way through a labyrinth of cars to get up to this position. I talked to him. Whoa, that was close right there off the bumper of Ross Chastain. He said the car was a little bit tight early, but they adjusted on it, and they adjusted on it very
USA,
well.
not.
It was close because they had caught the 42 of John Hunter Nemechek, who was way off the pace. I'm not exactly sure what's wrong with the 42.
I think the 42 had some rear damage, got into the wall, and yeah, everybody trying to make space.
And the 24 barely edging in front of the 1. It was close.
That's close in like race traffic. Forget 190 miles an hour.
Since we don't have any really baseball scores, I'm going to get rid of the baseball ticker because we don't have any sports going on right now.
That's what that is. Chastain's like, okay, we made that work. We're not going to do that again.
Listen in to William Byron.
That was sketchy. Not sure what the 42 was doing. I think he wonders the same thing. Marks and rhythm here. Doing great, bud.
John Hunter Nemechek does have some toe link damage, yes, Jeff, with some contact. So they're waiting for a caution to be able to make that adjustment and make that fix.
He's barely making it around.
So slow right now.
What's up, Gavin?
It's frustrating for the 42.
I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. Bobby, good to see you, buddy.
Improvement out of Legacy. Big news out of Legacy. John Hunter Nemechek's teammate, Eric Jones, signed to a contract extension, kind of a Michigan guy. He hoped to be the first Michigan-born winner. He's running 23rd, John Hunter 35th, so not quite the day I think Legacy was hoping for so far in Michigan.
Yeah, and at these speeds, when you have a problem with your car, it's big, big trouble. We saw the 4-car Barry yesterday.
Truex out leading with Chase and then Bubba.
Not a track with these speeds. And
I think there's a little more damage than he thought there would be. Underneath that car.
Blaney also kind of moving back up. Remember, these are cars. Blaney's now up to 12th. They only have about 4 lap fresher tires. They chose to kind of run the strategy a little different for that finish of stage 1 and recovering.
Let's take a look at the Toyota driver update as we talk about moving. Martin Truex Jr. up front. Bubba Wallace running 3rd. Seabell is 6th. Tyler Reddick 14th. And Ty Gibbs running back there in 19th.
Yeah, Ty Gibbs, he's also one of those guys that pitted. He's picked up 11 spots since the restart.
Al Busch there and Kyle Larson.
They are good cars, Steve, so it's hard to know, but it does appear that tires matter here this weekend.
Which is great, right? But, you know, we want strategy to matter. Fuel mileage should be important when you pit. But we also love the idea
Unicus
that you
Rex,
put 4
thank
fresh
you.
Goodyear tires on and have an advantage. Now, I also don't want it to be so huge that everyone comes every time. That throws strategy out the window as well. What we're seeing here, I think, is a pretty comfortable mix.
There's Tyler Reddick, and that McDonald's car is making the pass on Chase Briscoe. So Reddick is up to 13th. Briscoe has fallen back to 14th now.
Yeah, remember the speed that Briscoe had when we started this race? He was flying to the front, and that has changed. Now he's backing up, and that also is an indication that tires do matter. If your car doesn't drive well and you're abusing those tires, you can hurt them, and it's going to make you go slower later in the run. Marty.
Well, Jeff, we talk about drivers going forward. How about one going backwards?
Thank you, Henry.
Tyler
Appreciate
Reddick
it.
restarted 6th when the green came out today. He is back in 13th. Just chatted with Billy Scott a moment ago, and he said the car is just a little bit free. It's not really handling that bad, but he got bogged down so much on the restart by choosing the bottom lane on the restart, Dave. That's what really hurt Tyler Reddick. Lost a ton of spots on that restart.
Kyle Busch has gone backwards after leading 8 laps. That car is just too free for too long going into turn
34th,
3,
Pablo.
according to the driver. Now, interestingly, there is a huge tailwind down the front straightaway heading into turn number 1. It couldn't move Parker's hair anymore, but it is a big, big tailwind.
And it looks as though the two made contact with the wall coming out of turn 4. Very slow through the front stretch. Take a look.
Thank you, RJ and Derek.
He's underneath the 47. Stenhouse drives in the corner, tries to slide him, and around the car goes, and he just ran out of racetrack trying to save it.
Yeah, I mean, he went through the grass. Cars are not supposed to jump through the grass like that. Whoa, Cedric!
17th.
And at these speeds, any bodywork damage, underbody damage, it's multiplied, right? You might be able to get away with it. You see a big
Ty Gibbs putting Cedric in the wall.
Corner entry speed,
no caution, though.
47 had a front row seat for that 2, Parker.
I cannot, Joshua. This
right,
is what
Steve,
we do.
And, you know, this is what we talked about with these drivers say about these cars here. They're edgy, right?
Anybody can watch these cams on NASCAR.com. So make sure you guys check those out. NASCAR.com. You can watch these cams for free.
A lot of risk in doing it. And I think you saw it right there, Jeff. These cars are just so edgy. When they start to go, they go quickly, like you saw for Austin.
It's a sprint here on Monday at Michigan International Speedway. Martin Truex Jr. out in front of the field.
All right, let's take a ride with Chase Elliott. Let's listen in. Let's crank it up. Have fun. I don't think so, Techno. He's barely holding on. Thank you, Curtis. Thank you so much.
Large-scale solar recycling for manufacturers, installers, and solar contractors.
GoDaddy Arrow can get my business online in minutes with AI. Ooh, I like that logo.
Well, Denny went riding through the grass yesterday.
Product descriptions, nice.
When he got loose.
So this is what it feels like to run a business.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers is looking for apprentices.
All right, should be coming back here any second for the commercial, but thank you guys. Bubba coming into the pits. We got a pit stop going on here. You're welcome, buddy. You might need to help me too, because I think just in case. I think all the mods are working today. Bubba Wallace in the pits. Gas only. What's up, Ken? Good to see you. Appreciate you being here. Oh, he took himself in the grass. Thought he was taking a shake. No, he got loose in turn 4 and went through the ride through the grass, and it's showing because he didn't know what it looked like underneath. Were they able to put fresh tires before starting it? No. Everything's under red flag. But you know, they had just pit after stage 1, so they had fresh tires. Such an expert. I don't call myself an expert. Never will.
Reddick leading. They had to wait a long time on fuel. Parker, his teammate, also came in. Bubba Wallace as well. Now comes down pit road. Kyle Larson said he's just losing grip throughout the run compared to the other cars around him. You see the adjustment for that for Kyle Larson.
And as Marty
he's in
pointed out,
34.
it wouldn't surprise me. There you go. If you have to wait a little bit on gas.
30 seconds. Sorry, I gave him credit. 30
you
seconds.
Put about 13, 14 gallons in over tires. If you burn more than that, you have to wait on fuel. Parker, the 9 of Chase Elliott, now on pit road.
Right, his car's just building a little too free for the 9 there of Chase Elliott. He decides to come down pit road. You mentioned waiting on fuel. Some of these teams elected to do that. You had to bite the bullet at some point. That's what we're doing here. 4 Goodyear tires and an air pressure adjustment for Chase Elliott, the 9 car.
I don't think these cars are completely out of fuel. I think they're coming now because the stop is a little bit more manageable on time. Plus, this morning, they probably had an engine warm-up with the overnight, so that even burns a little bit more fuel, probably a little on the conservative side, but when you know you have to pit, you know, you don't want to run yourself out at a place like Michigan. Remember, this year in 2024 with the rules, that whole reserve system, not as accurate as it used to be with some of the rules.
4 tires, right side, left side for Chastain. You see those watermelons in the chat.
Ross Chastain and how concerned he was about the handling of his race car. But today, he told Phil Surgeon a moment ago, it's loose, but it's a drivable loose. Don't make the adjustment very big, Parker.
And the 48-ounce Bowman is also on pit road. Similar sentiments as we hear throughout this field. Loose is the word of the day. I believe some of the wind, the tailwinds we have into one affect them. It's 4 tires for him, Marty.
Chris Buescher on pit road, and man, he really took off after that last run started, Parker, and then kind of settled out towards the back half of the top 15, but they did not wait on fuel. We'll see if that helps him out a little bit here.
Brad, good to see you, man.
A little bit of track position.
Brad DeBees.
That's a great update by Marty. So the 17 chooses to try to get some
Truex right here
and not wait on fuel.
Front bumper cam.
Enough, I'm assuming, to run the next 31
right
laps
now by himself. 5 seconds out by himself right now. He hasn't bit yet.
At the end of the stage, I mean, you have to put it in.
Rodney,
at some
good to
point.
see you.
We'll just have to see. Some of it is
Truex all alone out there.
These teams have this predictive software. You know where you should rejoin, and maybe they just want to leap to
they
the
look
front
pretty
of traffic.
empty.
If you see where Buescher rejoined the racetrack, you know there's like 5 cars behind him. So nice work by the 17 so far. We'll see if it pays out when it cycles through.
Blaney and Gibbs, 2 drivers that came at lap 48, as well as Byron. Byron's running 4th, Blaney 6th, Gibbs 7th.
And there's your question about new tires, right? The 9 on him drives by the 8, hand out the window for the 8. You're going to see what green flag pit road entry looks like. The 8 will probably go all the way to the bottom to the white line. He does. The 20 as well. They'll probably chase each other to pit road. No, the 20 isn't, but the 8 is coming. 24 right behind
Kyle Busch in for the pits. 4 tires
again,
for
William
Kyle
Byron, one
Busch.
of the drivers that was on pit road at lap 48, so later than the others, and he's on pit road.
I don't think he's got anything
Kyle Busch always
left
has a great way of describing things. He says,
he can surprise me, but I don't think so.
In the corners, so the crew will go to work changing tires for Goodyear tires on that, and fuel, and make the adjustment.
Awesome, Dan.
For the 24, pretty good and neutral by himself in the beginning of the run, said William Byron, but late in the run, he said it was a little bit too tight. You see him waiting there on fuel, trying to get that Chevrolet full.
Dave made a good comment there, trying to get that Chevrolet full. Steve,
I got 3 tabs open.
You told me they could go 50 miles.
That's how I'm making it work.
Full here. I would much rather have it full under green, even though other cars on
can't
the
control. What's up, Craig as well?
You
what's up? Thank you for the subscribes.
On the clock, but normally less positions on the racetrack than if you have to sit in your pit stall under yellow. That extra second, that could be 8 or 10 spots.
And he talked about the time difference in tires.
Truex
Chase
giving
Elliott,
up the lead now,
tires,
finally
but he's
in.
traffic. He's running 38.10s. Truex is out there on no tires running at 38.10. So because of where he came out,
Truex?
it really
Can't
wasn't
tell.
a game
Yeah, it's
to pit
Truex.
early. Here comes Truex.
Dave.
From 24th to leading this race for 27 laps, Martin Truex brings his Toyota to pit road. He'll get 4 Goodyear tires and fuel in the car. No changes to it. He feels good about the handling, Parker.
His teammate Christopher Bell followed him down onto pit road here. They were really happy.
Ryan Blaney, the new leader.
They had actually tightened up before yesterday. Felt like the track came to them. That played in their hands here a little bit today. As we've mentioned, a lot of cars loose. They will do 4 tires. We'll see what they decide to do in terms of fuel. I expect it to be a bit of a wait on the 20 car waiting on that fuel.
as the 19 leaves pit road. The first car on the racetrack at speed is the 5 of Kyle Larson. He is going to be exiting
Ryan Blaney, the new
turn
leader
4,
here.
start-finish line now, heading
They're
into
showing
turn
Truex
1. I think
here.
he's going to go by the 19. You see 19.
I know, he didn't. Gas only for
Larson.
Bubba.
There you go. 19 was the leader of the race.
Didn't understood that at all.
Larson over 3 seconds back between pit stop, fresher tires, traffic. A lot goes into the recipe. The result,
Michael
Larson
McDowell,
the
invisible man today. Yep.
And Steve, you've told me the guy who comes in first normally has the advantage.
Thank you,
and
Trenton.
That's what we saw out of Larson, having that advantage right now.
Here's old
And
Richard.
it's
Thank
big
you,
at
buddy.
tracks like Darlington, Richmond, where we have a lot of tire fall off. But Jeff's pointed out, tires have value, but it's not clear on the clock. I really think it's positioning around the racetrack and traffic more than anything.
Ryan Blaney still scored as the race leader. Logano about a second and a half behind
Jared.
him.
There's
These
Logano.
drivers still haven't come to pit road.
As we're in the middle of green flag pit stops, y'all.
And these
Hit
guys
that
all
subscribe,
have
hit
the
that
opportunity.
like
It'll
button.
be interesting to see how much fuel they decide to put in their car and adjustments. I mean, we're talking
Trying to get
about
to
track position,
400,
but we haven't
500
even
likes.
reached
Help us
halfway
get there.
yet. There's a lot of
2,300
racing
people
still
in
to
there.
go.
Hit the like button
And with
for
the
us.
different weather conditions today, Marty, I'm sure everybody's looking for
You're
some
welcome,
changes.
Bobby.
Yeah, and Joey Logano saying his car's a little bit tight in the middle of 1 and 2, but loose off of turn 4, and he's having to wait on the throttle there. He told Paul Wolf, that's what I really feel like I need to fix. So they are going to wait on the fuel here. Paul Wolf agrees with you, Steve. They want to get it completely full here in stage 2 for the 22.
It's been so difficult in the new world of NASCAR with this whole fuel. It's not just fuel mileage, it's fuel quantity versus time. Just understand how much fuel every car has on board.
Blaney out in front in Michigan. 24 to go in stage 2.
All right, 24 to go in stage 2. Showing Logano here. I don't know if that's lagged or not. It is lagged. There's Chastain leaving his. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Richard. We're trying to get to 20K today, y'all. Hit that subscribe. 20K as the boys round. New leader is still Ryan Blaney. The camera hasn't found him yet. But Bill, Phil, thank you so much as well. Now, Bubba Wallace, he's the only one that I could see that only took fuel. Let's turn the audio on here. Yes, the caution counter is what happened yesterday. Thank you, Gene Bradley. Larson there in 7th. Probably not today. Spain's working, and I gotta go to work after. What camera is on now? This one is aerial cam. They don't have the helicopter up today. Too windy. And then this is the battle cam. This is the battle cam with Truex, Josh Berry. Or Josh Berry's a lap down, I think. Let's see where Josh Berry is. Josh Berry's 35th, 2 laps down there. We're seeing Josh Berry. Thank you, Bill, for subscribing. Maybe they're trying to make it to the end of the stage. I don't know. So Bubba there is 8th, and then Josh Berry in 35th. Yeah. Everybody say hi to Spain. Tell her I said hi. Everybody say hi to her. She's working. She kicked me out of her office today. What's up with that? All right, back out of here. Ryan Blaney in the pits.
At the very end, it got a little bit tight. Crew Chief Jonathan Hassler told me they were trying to adjust to make the car better at the beginning of the run, but they didn't want to
Rick,
kill
good to
the
see you,
end of
buddy.
the run. And so right there at the very end, a little chassis problem for them is not a bad thing. Good run for the 12. He
Go,
won
Blaney.
a bunch of laps right there.
Blaney coming off pit road, and Ty Gibbs now scored as the race leader. That's important. Ty Gibbs running up front. Ty, one of those drivers that's above the cut line, but points very important for the 54
we got all
team.
3 commercials. We'll just sit here and watch them. Here comes Ty Gibbs. Where's Eric Church?
When the rest of the cycle goes through, will be Kyle Larson in the 5 and the 19 of Truex. As we see more cars on pit road. The 3 of Austin Dillon, Dave.
On pit road now in that first pit stall.
Thank you for subscribing, guys. We appreciate you. Paul and Casey.
At one point and gave up a lot of track position. That was a good stop there. Dillon's back out with fresh rubber and fuel, Parker.
Ty Gibbs will pit from the lead here. He commented that he felt like the car was loose, but that he liked what it was doing and where it was going.
Yeah, you're right. He's him.
They try to gain some track position through strategy here. As you see tires on the right side.
Thank you, Dale, 83 Junior.
Tires here and fill full fuel for Ty Gibbs.
That's why I'm here, Bobby.
To the wall, second, all green.
Comes Brad. Bad Brad.
Larson. Truex.
Bad Brad.
They'll be running 1 and 2 as soon as Brad Keselowski decides to come to pit road, which looks like right now. So Keselowski will give up the lead.
Yeah, Larson's going to be the new leader
in front of Truex. Parker.
Right, Rick. The Michigan native now will tip out of the lead here.
Cool that Dale Junior subscribed.
The win here right now. He's telling me that
Dale 83.
That the car is just too tight in traffic, which is something we hear often.
That's right, Paul.
About how loose can you be by yourself,
Denny.
and then how tight can you be in traffic. You see
Keep in that like button, trying to get to 600 likes.
And waiting on fuel for Keselowski.
1K is our goal of likes tonight. 1K.
Brad Keselowski pits. That hands it over to these guys, and this right here, 1 car length apart, and they are basically racing for the lead with 17 to go, Marty.
Fuel only for Denny.
Down pit road. Remember, after all those repairs, as the race started to go back.
Truex looking at Larson here.
Grip in the 11 car at all. Hamlin said, "I'm just really struggling out here," and made no forward progress on the track. They waited a little bit on fuel there. Remember, they had a little bit of a fuel advantage over everybody else, and just right side tires for Denny Hamlin.
This battle is so good in the pass.
Feels like a Martin Truex Jr. Monday.
19 because he didn't do it on the racetrack.
Angelo.
He did it through the pit cycle. When the pit cycle started, Kyle Larson was 3 seconds back.
It's not really.
Martin Truex Jr.
Oh, he did. Okay, sorry about that. He did change right side tires.
Gives you such
That's
a
good.
great look at the racetrack at these speeds. But if you look at the comparison, Larson
He didn't get
a little
kicked
better,
out.
almost a second with
That was a
pit
while
road
back.
speed. Also, Larson's pit crew is faster. And looking back at both pit stops, I think they were both full. Now, the 5 was definitely on the edgier side. Barely saw the fuel in the hose when they left. The 19 seemed to make sure it was packed
Stupid
full of
roofer,
fuel.
bro. What's up, dude?
I
Good to
thought
see
both
you.
cars left pit road full of fuel.
Good to see you, my man.
15 to go in stage 2.
Oh, were you in
There's a
Michigan?
playoff point out there, and a lot of points for Martin Truex Jr.
Were you
who has
there?
yet to win in 2024.
Thank you, Paul. All right, let's go. Let's crank it up again. Battle for the lead here. It's like he tried in that turn, but just didn't have enough. We're less than 100 away, y'all, for 20K. Thank you, Torres. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Dizzy. Oh, okay. Called in sick today. Everybody called in sick today or playing hooky at work. Nice, Jacob. Thank you, guys. Everybody. Appreciate you. This is the battle for the lead right here in stage 2. We got a couple more laps to go here. Matt said he's on a lunch break. Oh, someone blew a tire, it looks like. Oh, that's Todd Gilliland in the pickle car. Keldon, it's on USA. You're welcome. Here comes Joey Logano. He's smoking too. Oh, put them brakes on, son. Oh, we have a wreck. We're under caution, it looks like. 16. We're under caution. What's up, Gen X? Checking in from high school. Awesome. And a caution. The dinger. Yep, it's the dinger. Coming back full time in 2025 in the 16. You were retired and you called in sick, Jimmy? We'll see what happened here.
Caution. Yeah, it was crazy because it all happened at once. Right rear tires, it looks like on all three of them. Jeff, you and I were having a conversation. You know, this is a track where you use the rear air pressure to kind of get the car in a good aero position, let it squish down more. Green flag pit stops are definitely more abusive on tires. If you are questionable on air, going right hard on the racetrack versus pace laps abuses the tire more. It's hard to say exactly, but very coincidental that all three happened at once. That, or there's some debris out there that all three of them hit. It could have been that as well. Pure speculation until we kind of see what happens through the rest
Logano,
of
the 16, and the 38 all blew their tires.
Everybody that makes the decisions on what kind of air pressure to put in tires, you just had green flag take off, as you said, Steve. That abuses the tires. And you had three on this, essentially within 2 laps of each other.
Let's listen to the 22 who are right along with him.
Jenny, 1 lap down, he gets back on the lead lap.
Number one, incredible job saving that race car. Where that tire started to have its issue, he was still in the corner. Really good job. It's a good thing it didn't happen 2 seconds before because he wouldn't have been able to. Then the 16, that thing blows on the straight.
Yep.
All the tires went down after he was sliding it.
So remember, the concept of lower air pressure. So at short tracks, we have different conversations, right? You get the tires really close to flat.
Thank you, Richard.
Because they grip better as you run. At these higher speed race tracks, the travel of the car is limited by rules.
Don't tell your boss.
So you get to a point where the only way you can get the rear diffuser, that thing in the back of the car that makes all that downforce closer to the ground, is literally take air out of the tires and it squishes more like a balloon. Let's listen into the 16.
Sorry, Travis. It's all good. I'm questioning if something was on the track and everybody's running it over. The 2 cars blew it right rear and then we blew it left rear the same lap, so I'm not sure.
Well, so there you go. So Travis mentioned that they blew a left rear. Well, it was AJ talking to his
I hope he's not broke.
You know, it's just hard to truly understand what happened to all 3 of the cars. I will say, super coincidental, Marty. They all happened at once.
Yeah, that's probably more than a coincidence, Steve. In fact, Joey Logano said on the radio, I think a right rear tire might have come off.
Back on the
you
lead
can
lap,
see why he might have thought that,
30
because
seconds.
there is nothing left of the right rear for the 22. That's what came off Joey Logano's car. I just asked Paul Wolf the question that you were asking, Steve. Could it have been low air pressure? And Paul told me,
well, that like
we are
button, y'all
pretty low,
trying
I'll
to
admit
get
that.
to 600 likes.
Some of his poker hand.
600 likes. Keep hitting that subscribe as well.
Look how close it is, Jeff. We keep talking about the speeds; they're very, very high, but also the field itself is just stacked up with lap time in certain positions. You know, cars can make good lap time.
I cannot do replays. No.
So everyone looking for that little advantage. Sometimes you can cross the line. I have in my career. I mean, it happens to all of us.
9 to go in the stage.
You know, if this is good, Rick, how do you know a little less won't still be good, right?
Well, it's not raining.
I thought you ran computer simulations for all that.
Well, you do, but computer simulation, it's hard to simulate green flag pitting.
So something also, they all pitted within 2 laps of each other. So they all had tire failures very close to each other. I can't tell you the number of times I blew right fronts at Dover saying it's not the air pressure, it's not the air pressure. Finally got tired of waking up hurting. Put some air pressure in that thing, and we quit blowing them. So, yeah, air pressure matters.
Well, folks, you can join NASCAR's free rewards program and start earning points that turn into member-only rewards you can earn every time you check in for a race, from home or at the track. Trade points in for free tickets and one-of-a-kind race day experiences. Visit NASCAR.com/fan-rewards.
So much like we saw yesterday near the end of stage 1, we have a split. Pit road is open. Cars were just off from pit road under green, so you can easily stay out here and make it to the finish, and your tires are going to have good grip. You have fuel in the car. What's your priority? Because pitting here does help you towards the end of this stage and into the next stage. And when you look at that playoff bubble with Truex, Wallace, Gibbs, and Chastain currently above, Buescher, Busch, Briscoe below.
This NASCAR's a
Briscoe,
dud.
Gilliland, I think you're calling the race, to try to win it.
Pit stops.
But if you're Chastain or Gibbs, you might think points. Let's see what the field is. Split. There you go. Chastain stayed out. Busch stays out with him. Dave.
Truex gives up second
needs the
position when
points.
the day started. James Small's crew chief told me we could not do it on 2 stops. With this
KX4.
pit, they can make it on 1 more stop. Just split the stage in half, partner.
Bubba also picked from the 3rd position in the middle of your screen there. This would be 4 tires for him as he was just a little tight inside that race car. That will make a small air pressure adjustment for Bubba Wallace, Marty.
Kyle Larson pits from the lead. Cliff Daniels asked him on the radio, so if I pit you here and you restart 22nd or so, do you think you can get to the top 5? He said, I think I can get there. Not sure I can get the lead. They did wait just a little bit, so Larson in a drag race.
Byron plus 5 with 2 tires and Blaney plus 10. Eric Jones plus 11 with 2 tires.
By Rudy Fugle, they gained 5 spots, Rick.
Yeah, the first 4 off of pit road did that 2-tire.
Trying to get to 700 likes, Joe. Help us get there.
The caution came out for the 16 who went around, but there were 3 different cars that had tire issues here for the end of stage 2. And by the way,
we're going to have a good little finish here before stage 2. Denny's still looking at his car. Get this cameras going here. Who's got Ross Chastain? So let's go to 1. Let's watch him. Try to leave the in-car camera to the leader. And then we have the aerial cam and the battle cam. So 11 is jacked up all the way. Yeah, he's having issues. He's barely keeping it straight. But remember, he did go through the grass yesterday, and they haven't been able to fix anything. So they're just trying to make it more comfortable for him. We're right along with Ross Chastain, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Chase Elliott, Ty Gibbs, Brad Keselowski. I think that's going to change here in a second. We'll see what it looks like here when they go all the way through. But thank you guys. Keep hitting that like button for us. 700 likes is our next goal. Along with Chastain, the Watermelon Man. We'll see how fast Truex can come through this field. All right, there you go. Ross Chastain, Kyle Busch, Ty Gibbs, Brad Keselowski, Austin Dillon, Cody Ware, and that 15, William Byron. Truex, okay, he's an 8th. Blaney 9th, Eric Jones 10th. So we're about to have a good restart here for a couple more laps to go in stage 2. Hope everybody's having a good time. Make sure you hit that like button. We're less than 70 subs away from 20K. Help us get to that. And hit the subscribe and the like. We're trying to get to 1,000 likes here on a afternoon stream. We appreciate you guys so much. As a short NASCAR week for us. We'll be right back on Friday for NASCAR preview vlog on Friday, NASCAR qualifying on Friday, and NASCAR Xfinity race on Friday. And then Saturday night under the lights at Daytona. Cross your fingers there's no rain, especially also on Friday too as well. And then we'll be there. And then Sunday, the first round of the truck race at the Milwaukee Mile right here on the channel. So great next weekend. Make sure you guys are here. And then we go to Darlington right after that. So hope you guys are ready to have some fun. And we're ready for a good finish to this regular season and into the playoffs. Playoffs?
Is it the best Coke ever? Bank of America. What would you like the power to do? And by Golden Corral. Endless wings and baby back ribs are on now at Golden Corral. The only one for everyone.
Ain't happening, Bobby. He's in. You're welcome,
Dave,
Larry.
how about the entry to the pit stall for the 21 of Harrison Burton?
It was a bit challenging this time, Rick. I don't believe he received any contact. Nonetheless, you watch the arrow there on the 21 of Harrison Burton as he comes in and makes that
look at that crowd is
left.
empty,
He's also
man.
got to stab the brakes and get the car stopped. As
Who
he
do you
goes
think
around
win the
car.
playoffs?
It's
I'm hoping
spun
Denny.
to
Give him a
his
trophy,
right.
man.
As he comes around, now watch the pit crew go to work.
Steve.
This is important because this is a very young pit crew. And Steve, I would think you wouldn't want to create these situations for him, but you see him go right to work. You're going to have adversity on pit road. You have to know how to react.
Nice.
And it was good for the young crew crew to have this situation happen, even if it was a
chilling with
detriment to their
2,900
track
people.
The pit crew did a really nice job.
2,900 my closest friends calling hooky on work and
it's
school.
like a minus 7 or 8 spots. When we talk about track position, it's obvious when you go from 20th to 1st, but it is a constant battle all day. Harrison had done a nice job getting out of the 30s up to like the 21st position. Now he's going to be back to almost 30th again, and those 10 spots on these restarts are huge. Let's listen to exactly what happened to the 21.
You're going to make it. You're going to make it. Turning in right here, right here, right here. Stop. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Turn the box. Turn the box. Pit it, pit it, pit it, pit it.
Great job by Jeremy Bolins letting everybody know he was legal and go ahead and pit the car.
Being in the pit box is fun. I got to do that in Nashville, and it's a lot of fun watching the crews go to work. Let's go back to green. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. Boom.
Here we go. Green flag. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Ram for Sam. Thank you so much.
Right now, the front 6 did not come to pit road under this most recent caution, as we see the green flag coming back out with only 5 laps to go in stage 2.
Around 20 laps on tires for the front row, the 1 and the 8 or 9 laps for others. But look at the chaos behind the 5 of Kyle Larson.
P1.
That blue and white car on the bottom trying to make 4 tires work. Ty Gibbs trying to find some points. He's that black car at the top of 3 wide.
Big shove there coming from the 3 of Austin Dillon to Ty Gibbs. Pushes him out and trying to close the gap on Chastain and Busch, who rocketed on this restart.
Hold on a
the
second.
round goes to 5.
Oh, big wreck. Oh, man, I missed the wreck.
This one, as well as the 14 of Briscoe.
Big wreck. Oh, I missed the wreck. Sorry, guys.
Multiple cars. You see Buscher, last year's winner, in the grass.
Buscher's one of those guys. He's
Buscher, Bell, Kyle Larson.
Look
at the damage to the
no.
Larson.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Christopher Bell, Gilliland also involved in this. You mentioned those points. Buscher fighting to get into the playoffs.
Doesn't look bad. Of course, we can't see the other side. The nose has some damage for sure. The splitter on the left front, that does not look good, Steve.
No, very big damage for these aero conditions. The 5 of Kyle Larson sitting in the grass on the front stretch. His day looks complete. It's hard to say from this angle, but definite damage.
Refunds, I know.
He's sitting in the grass
sorry.
also. Big damage.
There's a very good chance this will end the stage.
Leon, you had bet on Kyle Larson, huh?
As they
Todd Gilliland, Christopher Bell.
More safety crews there. Let's see what happened.
Yes, this is all the way back to the restart. You see the 5 of Larson, 23 of Bubba Wallace. These guys all have new tires. They're trying to make a move towards the front to get these stage points. A big shove gets the 5 to the bottom 3 wide. I like this move so far.
Yeah, just aggressive racing. You can see how aggressive it is all the way through the field. Coming to the stage end, trying to get points, trying to get track position for later in the race. 3 wide. Larson all the way on the bottom of the racetrack.
And then something happens down here. I'm not sure if he just gets loose up the racetrack. The 15 slow in front of him. Oh, the 5 just gets loose by himself, spins out, and as he comes up, he really collects. I think that's a 23. We didn't see that originally, but that's a pretty heavy damage to the front of the 23. Another car, Jeff, who is in this
Bubba Wallace with
conversation.
Problems too.
Yeah, nothing he can do.
I can't
Larson's
show the
just on
replay.
Slide right now. Now he's in the gas, trying to keep from hitting the wall. Bubba Wallace trying to avoid him. Contact. Gilliland comes in hard.
Yeah, Gilliland had gotten
That's bad for Chris
on the
Buscher.
lower part of the track. Got into the 20 of
Bad
Bell,
for
it
Chris
looked like.
Buscher.
Logano had already had issues. He was racing to try to keep the first car lap down.
But this just... So there's no argument about Kyle Larson's skill level. The guy, people make the statement that he's perhaps the best to drive a race car, right? With everything we see him do. And then you take a race car that could run up front.
Thank you, Shantastic, for being a rookie member.
You put him in these air situations, and his car spins out.
Well, when you're out front, your car drives completely different.
Said he got
and
loose.
When you get back here, now your car doesn't make near the grip. Denny Hamlin yesterday spun out all by himself.
Thank you, Josh,
trying to race for the lead.
And
These cars
and
are difficult to drive.
Bruce.
And
Ram for Sam,
aerodynamically, they're
thank
very
you.
difficult. Right along, this is a great shot.
Oh, we lost 2.
You can see how aggressive it is. Blocking, shoving, hitting. Bubba drives the car in the corner pretty deep. Larson even deeper. Larson in the gas. And now everybody knows he's in trouble. Bubba Wallace was out of the throttle. He saw it coming. But it's nothing you can do. It is a helpless feeling. You could hear Bubba Wallace, the second the 5 car, the right rear stepped out just about
same
5
way
inches.
that Larson got
Bubba
loose
Wallace
like Denny.
No longer was
Same
committed
spot.
to the throttle because he knew something was going to happen. Parker.
Right, he's already been on pit road. Booty Barker doing a great job of instructing the team exactly what to do in terms of trying to fix the damage. They assessed the toe. They felt like that was fine, but he definitely
Going
has
for
damage
800
in the left
likes,
front
y'all.
there. You can see
Yeah,
that
Logano
hood
in it
had
too.
buckled. They were working there in that left front fender, and then there's sort of a
Chris
hole
Buescher
in the left
is the
side
problem.
door area they're trying
He
to tape
was-
up. They went back around to stay on the lead lap here. They'll come back around and go on to pit road again to continue to fix this damage once they get caught up, Marty.
Just potential massive playoff implications from that wreck. Bubba Wallace, also Ross Chastain. And how about the decision by Phil Surgeon to not pit there for Ross Chastain? They're sitting in second. Obviously, 2 to go here in the stage. Looks like they will collect 9 stage points. That could be critical. And meanwhile, for Chris Buescher, he was involved in that as well. He also a cut line driver.
Thank you,
They've been
Easy.
focused on the
Appreciate
left
it.
front. They also, Steve, felt like there was some damage on the right rear of the 17. Overall, not bad. It will not be ideal, but at least they are not out of the race.
That allows them to continue to try to score points. Let's ride on board with Chris Buescher.
He's got a hope for Daytona now.
And for Chris Buescher, he got 6 stage points in the first stage for finishing 5th. Bubba Wallace got 7 for finishing 4th. But they will not get any in this one. Chastain, he got 1 point in the first stage. He's going to
He's
get
just
9
got
in
some
this one.
damage up front, so
And
who
Ty
knows? We'll
Gibbs,
see what
don't
happens.
count Ty Gibbs out. Remember, he's in this
CJ,
battle
what's up?
also. He's going to finish 3rd in this stage.
Right?
Buescher and Wallace, even though involved in this incident, they have remained on the lead lap. So that's big also as far as gaining points.
The question that the teams have and we have
Not yet.
is how much damage.
Final lap.
We saw what happened.
Final lap
to Denny
here in
Hamlin
stage
when the
2.
underbody of his car got damaged. He was exceptionally slow. They've continued to work on it, trying to make it better.
Kyle Busch going to
At
get
these
some
high
stage
speeds,
points. That's good.
It is more of a penalty when you have damage. When you have this
A
kind of
stage
damage,
win.
Steve, you want to be at Martinsville, you want to be at Richmond, you want to be somewhere like that. You don't want to be here where aerodynamics matter so much.
Well, you can instantly
Thank
see
you,
it's hard to
George.
tell the damage to the
Bruce.
23, but look at the left side right here. Look at that hood vent, not sealed up, the big gap
Easy, George.
between kind of
Thank
the
you.
louvers and the hood itself. That right there doesn't, you think, oh, what's the big deal? How much of a difference that can make? But that completely changes the underbody pressure of these cars. And you see they're going to try to tape it down the best they can, but this is definitely a hurt 23 car.
There you go.
22, I think his day is
Logano's
over.
going
Between
behind
flat
the
tire
wall.
Being caught in this wreck, they're going to.
He'll back it up. He's got a win already this season, so locked into the playoffs. That bubble, though, is definitely volatile.
Well, and look at the points currently with Busch leading. I mean, we keep talking about the points battle because there is going to be one. With this many races left, in my opinion, we're going to have a points battle here. Somebody's going to get in on points, but throw Kyle Busch in victory lane. And look, I mean, that is like the wrinkle that, Jeff, that's the wrinkle that you and I didn't really experience. Well, most of our points racing was just a math equation. This kind of win in advance changes the finish line or changes the line you're shooting for.
Stage 2 win goes to Kyle Busch. That is his first stage win of the year and the first for RCR as a team. So looking for bright spots? Well, there's one.
All right, Kyle Busch with the stage win. Congratulations, rowdy friends. RCR, as T-Van was saying, up front, pretty close here. Austin Dillon in 5, Kyle Busch in 1. So RCR looks like they got their act together. Let's see what happens the rest of the race. All right, we are in stage 3. This is where you keep your predictions or you get rid of them. If you can remember from yesterday who you had as your prediction, I have Ryan Blaney. I'm sticking with Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney for the win. I don't know. We'll see. But who are you changing? Are you changing your pick from yesterday? Or are you staying with your pick? If you have Logano or some of the cars, Buescher, all those guys that got wrecked, you might want to change. But let me see who you got. Rowdy Nation, Stupid Roofer says, Matthew says Busch will finally win. Ray says Martin Truex Jr. Cody Ware, Dave says, wow, this wreck saved Hamlin's day. We'll see. We'll see. Ryan Blaney wins. Eric says a whole bunch of them. Man, it's going by so fast. I don't know if I can read them. Keselowski, bye-bye money. F's in the chat. NASCAR is a dud. Martin Truex still sticking with Bowman. Awesome. San Diego Kid. My boy Chastain, Truex, the Busher. All those cars are crashed. Yes. Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Larson. Lots of Kyle Busch here. Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch. I need the 24 for a big $840 payday. Awesome, man. Had a 9 changing to the 19. Okay, Andrew says. Brad in 6th. Won't be surprised me if he sneaks it. We'll see what happens. Keselowski, Ova, the 12 or the 6. Dylan redeems himself and gets the win, Lamar says. The 1 for the win. Chastain definitely needs it, and that's help with Busher out. That's going to help Chastain. I'm sticking with Bad Brad, T-Van says. Frank says the 19. Ryan Priest, Steven says. Dylan wins, Desert Fox. Kyle Busch for Miranda. Busch, Dylan for Miranda. Busch for Richard. Chastain for Moises. Let's see. Kenneth says 11. Denny, I don't know how that's going to happen, but we'll see. Sorry, 24. My book, everyone. My opinion. We'll see. Kyle Busch and Dylan second. 1-2 for RCR is looking at right now. Chris Buescher on the pit road. They're looking underneath that car. Kenneth, 11. Anyone changing other than 11? Anyone other than the 11. There you go. Bubba did nothing wrong. He didn't. Actually, Kyle got loose just like Denny did in that turn. Same way. I watched it. I mean, old age and craftiness generally overcomes youth and exuberance. That's right, Rick. Jerry says Busch. Bobby says the 8 and the 1 both need a win to make the playoffs. That's right. Just turning back in after a meeting. Bubba got wrecked. Yeah, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
T-shirts, die cast, much more.
I want Denny Hamlin to win, but I'm going the 12. Chase Elliott for eyes. Joss, 19.
2 stages.
Thanks, guys, so much for everything.
The
the great one.
Casino
Appreciate you being here, too. Thanks for the subscribe.
International Speedway.
And Blake as well.
And now, pit road will be open.
We're 39 away.
See any takers, and it looks as though the one of Ross Chastain's coming in front of you, Marty.
Yeah, he had to come. They pitted last at lap 88, but they got those 9 critical stage points. Ross Chastain told Phil Surgeon a moment ago, we're making gains on corner exit, but I need just a little bit more security right there. But we are definitely closer than we were earlier today. And a great example right there of waiting on the fuel.
Thank you,
they want to
Wagon.
make sure they got it completely full.
Feels like an old school race.
The pit road. Kyle Busch actually stayed out, which is surprising. He will be the
What's
leader,
up, Surf
but
Bob?
he's last on pit road.
Is it Martin Truex Jr. Monday?
If you're living with moderate
All
to
right, we're going
severe
another
plaque
commercial.
psoriasis,
But thank you guys so
Your
much
season
for
starts
everything. Hope everybody's having a great Monday morning, Monday afternoon, Tuesday evening, whatever it is to you guys. Hope everybody's having a good time here on the Go at CeeLo. Make sure you're hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 800 likes. That's our new goal. And we're trying to get to 20K. 20K. That is our goal here. But let's see where we're at. We went down 1. So we're 40 away now. 40 away from 20K. I love Monday mornings watching NASCAR. Can't control life. So everybody's at work or at home, around the world, traveling, wherever you are. I'm glad for you to be. Anybody on an airplane watching me? Anybody on an airplane watching me? I would like to see that. Watermelon's back in the field for the race start now. We'll see. Yep, so he came in with the back of the pack. So let's see. We'll go to... Whose car am I on here? We're on Kyle Busch. All right, we're going to let the restart here with Kyle Busch and see how this goes. You're in an airport. Hey, that's good. 3,000 in the house. That's right. Dale says I'm in an airport. Hey, that works. Watching you from classroom 10, Coach Berlin's class, high school. Kids love it. Told them we're having a NASCAR Monday. What's up, kids? Stay in school. That's cool. Awesome. Tell them to all subscribe, man. Tell them all to subscribe. Try to get that under there. But there's Kyle Busch right behind the pace car. So, and there's Larson back behind the pits there. How slow can you go? The number of caution laps borders are on ridiculous. Next live to Sky Harbor. Live next to Sky Harbor, Ova says. Awesome. Where's Bubba? Let's see here. Here's the ones that were in the wreck. Logano, Larson, Christopher Bell, Todd Gilliland. A.G. Allmendinger was in that earlier wreck. So, yep. When they blew the tire. So, he's 4 laps down. Chris Buescher's on the lead lap. Denny is way up here in 17th. Look at that. Look at that.
Senator Kyle, what happened in that incident down turn 3 and 4?
Yeah, just restarts are difficult here, you know, with the side drafts and all that. And I was just trying to, you know, get all I could and, yeah, just try to, like, funnel to the top. And I just moved up, got too close to whoever was outside of me and sucked myself around. And, yeah, just bummer. We had an extremely fast car, so hate that I screwed that up for our team and as well as the others out there that got collected in it. So, yeah, just trying to get what I could, get some stage points, and just lost it.
We've seen this a lot. Why is it so difficult to drive these cars? We've seen so many self-spins at this place.
Yeah, I don't know. I think just a hard tire and, you know, a surface that, you know, you have a lot of grip until you don't. So, yeah, just screwed that up.
Tough conditions out there, Marty.
Let's chat with Phil Surgeon, who got his driver, Ross Chastain, 9 stage points. We've been embedded with them in stage 2. So any question there on your decision to stay out there and gain those stage points versus pitting like most everybody else did?
No, I think it was a pretty clear decision for us. You know, the 17, the 23 had gotten a couple more points than we did in the, you know, the end of stage 1. So we needed a little leverage on them, and we got a lot of racing left.
We care about your
car's been pretty good today, better than yesterday for sure. So looking forward to it.
Steve, I asked him about playing the game Randall Burnett played by leaving Kyle Busch out a moment ago. He said the stop before, we didn't fill it up like the 8 did, so we couldn't play that. So, yeah, it's a fuel tax at some point, Steve. You got to pay it at some point in the race.
Yeah, you have to, but for the one of Ross Chastain, I think I agree, a lot of racing left, 76 to go. You mentioned the leader, Kyle Busch, last on pit road at 91. You know, we think they could go 50, so you say they got to go 99, but Dave, with enough yellows and saving gas under these cautions, I'm guessing the 8's going to try to stretch it to 1 stop.
I asked Randall Burnett about that, Steve. He said, I don't need any more caution laps. What I need
stage 2
is for Kyle
over.
to be conscious of his fuel consumption. I had to do something different, so I left him out there. And when they come to pit road, Steve, you know this, they'll have to stop and, as Marty said, pay that fuel tax. It'll be a long fill for the 8. One more stop as things run right now.
Now he just
Here we go, green flag, baggy. Let's go racing, boys!
Give up the clean air. It's going to make it very difficult.
A little more difficult to save fuel, though, when you're out in front. We'll listen in to the spotter of the 1, which is Brandon McReynolds.
Green. Half front and quarter up. Quarter off, y'all back. 7 coming back your bumper.
Side by side here for the lead.
Way down there, inside. Inside, very bottom. Still down there. Be checking up a little in the middle. 2 inside. On in front. Still 2 on your bottom. Quarter front. Middle's open. Inside. 1 in, 1 out. 1 in, 1 out. Still in the middle.
Side by side still.
Middle. 1 on your top now. 99 your help.
New leader. Byron. Where's my Byron friends?
Outside.
Brandon McReynolds trying to help the eyes from above for Ross Chastain.
Thank you, Dale.
As Byron has gotten in front of Busch, now that's going to help him with fuel. He can draft right behind the 24.
Yeah, it's going to help him with fuel, but he really want to try to get out there and stretch the lead, and these cars behind trying to catch up and get there. You see the 6 of Keselowski, a big move on the 12 of Blaney, then gets away down the straightaway.
Ty Gibbs now to the back bumper of Kyle Busch up front as these 3 trying to decide this position. Now almost 4 wide as Chase Elliott on the bottom.
On top of the screen, you see Ty Gibbs trying to get by Busch for second.
He'll make that pass. And so Busch falls back to the 3rd spot.
It's been a struggle for William Byron lately. Gone 9 races without
William Byron in the lead here in stage 3.
Streak. It was good for him to see that.
Up front, and want to start to see some improvement again. He had such a great start to the 2024 season. Multiple wins early.
Keselowski,
and then there's been a drought.
Going past Kyle.
With the playoffs only 2 races away, you definitely want to have those momentum building.
The goal for the rest of the field, 72 to go, is to find time to make one final pit stop. You'd like to make it with about 50
Ty
to
Gibbs
go,
in P2, y'all.
Well, Kyle Busch, I thought he did a nice job on the start. I don't think his car is great, and also he's on older tires.
I think it was. I made my voice clear on that.
In second. Now, though, they're coming from behind, and all of them have better tires.
What did you say? I don't remember.
Yes.
Dylan right behind him.
Good to push hard when you get there. Nothing in front of it.
18 away from 20K.
As we see Gibbs has caught up to Byron. Let's see what Ty Gibbs can do with this second place.
Ty, one of those drivers we talk a lot about trying to make the playoffs on points. He's thinking, if I win a race, the stress is gone heading to Daytona next week.
A car length, the gap between the top 2.
KB dropping like a rock.
Gibbs peeked to the inside to get a little clean air. Kyle Busch now just behind the 3 of Dylan. William Byron will be trying to sweep Daytonas. He won the Daytona 500 to start the season. That one's coming up next week.
Maybe Dylan can pull it off.
Great
We'll
unknown,
see.
But as we mentioned, trying to get some momentum.
It's all about
building
who's your
for
friend.
The final
You're
2
right.
races. Close one here for the 12 of Blaney.
Yeah, Ryan Blaney.
Almost to 900 likes, y'all. Hit that like button for us.
Slid up in front of Austin Dillon, and
thank you, 3
big save
nails
right there. Got loose. You see the battle for the lead on the bottom right-hand corner.
Yeah,
Blaney here.
Definitely the big one next
all the way
week.
out of the gas. Dillon, nice job. I'm really impressed with the speed of this 54 car.
Anybody but Gibbs.
He's got a little more laps on his tires. But here comes Keselowski. He also has the same amount of laps as Gibbs does.
132 laps of 200 complete.
Came to pit road on 112, lap 112. Gibbs was 102. Keselowski
Daytona,
103.
Joshua.
Fastest lap that time was the 19 of Mark Truex Jr., though, who's running back there in 7th. Dave.
Rick, this has been a solid day for Austin Dillon and the 3 group. That's exactly what they needed. You see him running in 8th right here, being challenged by Tyler Reddick for that spot. But remember what the week has been about. It's been about recovering from controversy. Last week, he won the race at Richmond, but in a style which was questioned by many and then penalized by NASCAR. 1 bump and then 2 bumps took him to victory lane. He will keep that victory from Richmond, but it will not propel him into the playoffs. They're going to appeal that decision by NASCAR on Wednesday.
Anything's
so
possible,
swirling around this 3 camp. Justin Alexander, the crew chief, brought the team in this weekend.
15 away
a
from
good race
20K.
car for Austin to take and keep at the front of the pack, and they've been running up there all day long. Again, top 10 for Austin. The appeal held on Wednesday, but for now, Michigan in front of them and having a great day.
You see the penalties on the left side there. Austin Dillon not eligible for the playoffs. They were penalized 25 driver owner points. His spotter was suspended for 3 races, and Logano, for what he did on pit road after the race, was fined $50,000. Looking back from the registry on board at the 45, Tyler Reddick.
Get high, you're fine. 1 back, 2 back, you're driving away.
Dillon running in that 8th spot in front of Reddick.
You mentioned that spotter. That's the voice of Brett Griffin you hear. He's filling in on the 3 car. These restarts are crazy enough. Now, Brett's a good spotter, but just a different voice in your head. It's got to be a little unnerving.
That lead, Byron. Don't let Ty Gibbs get a window.
You never know how it's going to work. Brett is
see Ty Gibbs in-car camera here.
Does a really good job. Spotter for V4.
Don't get a spotter getting suspended. I didn't either. I think they should have just talked to him.
Reddick looking to the inside of Dillon for position, and Gibbs still chasing after Byron up front here at Michigan.
Appreciate everybody being here. Let's go into Ty Gibbs' car as soon as this commercial goes away, and we'll listen in. Crank it up. Nope. I'm going to be cranked up, I guess. It's not loud. Oh, well. Let's go over here. Commercial. There's one. Let's do this one right here. We have a caution? We have a caution. How can you go into different drivers' cars on board? It's on NASCAR.com. What you're watching is on NASCAR.com. We have a caution. And he can't find what the caution is either.
Looking for apprentices and journeymen to join our
What
family.
happened?
We offer industry-leading pay and
Caution on the track. Not sure. The camera can't find it either. What's going on? Was it Gregson? Oh, no, it's Zane Smith, or is that... It's Hocevar, or is that Corey LaJoy? Corey LaJoy.
See the AMR safety crew immediately to Corey as he climbs out of that race car.
Good job, Corey LaJoy.
Remember, these cars over 3,000 pounds, and take a look at how he gets upside down.
He got upside down?
Going by Noah. A little bit of contact on the,
he did
right
flip.
Front fender. Car turned sideways and just flipped in the air. That is,
wow.
Honestly, that's just not acceptable. There's no way that a car, when it turns like that, should get up in the air that easily. There has been millions
That's not
of
good for
dollars
Daytona
and
next week.
Hours of time spent to prevent that from happening. That's going to catch everybody by surprise.
And you see right there, slide, that gives you a great view of the whole underbody we talk about, the underwing, everything that people
Corey LaJoy
talk about for damage. And then here it catches the grass and a couple pretty violent tumbles. I mean, you said it, Rick, 3,000 pounds.
That turd,
looks like
man.
A Matchbox car just tumbling through the grass. Let's watch it again, Jeff.
It's like Gregson. He came off of Gregson's right rear.
This was the lap before. And, you know, obviously drivers upset at each other. But, you know, right here, I just feel like, yeah, he's just turning, right? And I can't tell from this shot if Noah comes down or not. But either way, this car to get in the air like that is shocking.
And, Steve, you've shown us over and over when those flaps open
Two
up.
cars
that's
flipped easily this
supposed to help
weekend.
keep these cars on the ground.
Oh, thank you
We saw
so
the
much,
flaps
man.
open
Out
up
here.
there, but that thing immediately got upside down.
And right here, upside down into the wall. Yes, Rick,
What's up,
to answer your
Pierce?
question, the roof flaps are designed to keep these cars on the ground. That car left the asphalt faster than I have seen, right? I mean, when it turns sideways, I mean, look how violent this flip is. Wow.
You can see right here, he turns to go underneath Noah, and a little bit of contact. Noah really never moved his car. That's just racing.
Yeah,
I mean,
second
I
flip.
don't think anything was on purpose.
At least they were smooth.
Just think he
Here comes the leaders.
makes contact, and then as soon as the car gets sideways, just lifts the car.
Rowdy.
And again, to give you, well, let's hear from Dave first.
On pit road now is the 8-car of Kyle Busch. It was a long discussion between him and
I'm not watching the broadcast.
He thought he wanted to stay out. They called him in. He'll pit here and get fuel and 4 Goodyear tires, Marty.
So 62 to go right now, Dave. Obviously, they could not make it to the very end, but making the call here to bring Ross Chastain down pit road. Phil Surgeon made the call. A lot of cars stayed out.
They did flatten the Floyd this time.
This call for some teams to pit here with 62 to go.
Larson was in a wreck. He got loose and hit a bunch of cars.
Fuel right here would shorten the subsequent green flag pit stop, maybe only 2 tires
It's on USA.
later in the race.
This is not the broadcast. This is NASCAR.com.
5 cautions here at Michigan, and the most recent is because the 7 goes up in the air.
All right. Appreciate everybody hanging out. Hit that like button for us. Trying to get to 1,000 likes. 1,000 likes. Let's see if we can get there. They're still repairing Bubba's car again. I had to go shopping. Oh, it's okay, buddy. Good. All good. It's all good. Honey Badger, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see everybody here tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in on the go at CeeLo as we are here on a Monday watching some racing together, dropping that Frosty. It'll be hockey season here pretty soon. But these cameras are available for everybody. They are open to the public for everyone. You can go to NASCAR.com and check that out. So let's see if we can get to 20K here. Let's see. Let's see. Can we get to 20K? Boom! Yeah, we did it. Woo! 20K. Oh, man, oh, man. We just hit 19 last week. Crazy. Wow. That's nuts. Unbelievable. Crazy, y'all. Crazy. 20K. We just hit 10K this year. My gosh. That's so cool. We did it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Gator, you pulled us over. John, thank you, buddy. Thank you, everybody. That's so cool.
You just got off my call.
Huh?
You just got off my call.
Oh.
Looked at your numbers.
Yeah, you got it. Oh my gosh. We got to 20K. Unbelievable. We're going to Disney.
Actually,
We're going to Aruba. Time to be reminded that we are all subbed to NASCAR All Out. That's right, man. Thank you. We have a good time. We love the sport. We hang out together. We chill together. We cry together. We laugh together. And we appreciate you.
The contact between the 7 and the 10. The 7 starts to spin like normal, and we freeze it kind of right here. Roof flaps up, hood flaps are both up right here, which normally sets the car back down, not for the 7 of LaJoie instantly in the air, flipping him onto his roof, a big slide on his roof, all the way down into the grass, Jeff. We haven't seen a car flip that quickly by itself in quite some time.
Yeah, it's pretty concerning because normally we see a car flip. There's another car
Deborah,
involved,
I can't stop
and
saying
it can
thank
disrupt
you.
the air or push the car
you're
and
gonna hear
help
it
get
more.
it launched. But in this case, it really, I know they make
Thank you,
contact,
Charlie.
but
Thank
really
you,
as far as
Timothy.
it flipping, it's a single car event.
So let's take a look at our virtual Toyota car, and let's talk about exactly these safety features and how they should work. I circled them in the replay. The hood flaps let the pressure out from underneath the hood. The roof flaps are supposed to lower the speed over the car. The right roof flap, when it opens, it's actually connected to a flap as well down in the diffuser for the underbody. Now, when the car gets straight backwards, this diffuser flap makes a big difference. The goal is to keep the car on the racetrack. But in this 7 situation, obviously it's going to be really looked at because it isn't
awesome.
what happened. So
Cheers.
as we put this car into the kind of the wind tunnel and
Got the
show you
best
what
of
we're
the
looking
biz,
for,
y'all.
right? When the car spins around, it's the pressure under the hood that opens the hood flaps. It's the airspeed going over the roof that opens the roof flaps. And then right there you see kind of the red glow. All of that should be a higher pressure area on the roof, keeping the car on the racetrack. Obviously not the case for the 7. Jeff, this will get NASCAR's attention more than perhaps anything. There'll be a lot of questions and a lot of work done after this accident.
Oh, there's been so much time spent on this to prevent it from happening, but, you know, obviously more work to do.
But real quick, the one we really need to thank is this lady right here, Spain. She puts up with a lot. She puts up with me every weekend right here sitting in front of a computer. She's the best. She's the best. So make sure you thank Spain as well. She is the #1 on this channel. She makes this possible. So thank you guys so much for everything. I can't stop saying thank you. Thank you to everybody on this ride that we've had. And we're just getting started, y'all. So just have fun. Let's sit back and watch the rest of this race. Let's have a good time. Here we go.
This car and the older car, we'd see some roofs that had collapsed, and this car, it's sitting there almost like nothing happened.
So the 17 behind the wall, and back to action here. William Byron in that 24 on the outside line brings him back to green, and now just 59 laps remaining. 2 and 3 wide all over the racetrack, and what a shot coming out of that first spot is the 9 of
Where's
Chase
my
Howard. He
9s?
takes the lead away.
All right, bye.
Elliot up front, William Byron and Keselowski running second and
George
third.
Shine.
48 of Bowman was up there. He's fallen back. Ross Chastain running in that 6th spot right now. Chastain needing a good finish here. You see his name.
Become the
and
new
he's
Talladega.
in the green right now as far as the playoff bubble.
Thank you, Almighty Moss.
From NASCAR and the AMR
Alex.
safety that the 7.
Thank you so much.
Corey LaJoie has been evaluated and released from the infield care center. Great news there.
So we talk about 200 miles an hour. Every one of these drivers drove by that 7 car wrecked on the backstretch, dropped the green, and they go right back to 200 miles an hour like it's normal.
Not normal.
We are Michigan.
Not normal. I was trying to find a way to describe it. Not normal is a nice way.
Look at Bad Brad.
Fans, I'm a race fan.
Look at Bad Brad.
It just amazes me what these drivers are willing to do. Is the 9 continues to lead the 6 and the 24. A little bit of a split. Remember, some cars pitted, some cars didn't. The first car off pit road, the one of Chastain back at 8th. Everybody still needs a pit stop still, but they will maybe come at different times.
James Moore at?
You had mentioned earlier, though, about
I'm not
50
using my
laps,
imagination.
so the earliest might be around 7 laps from now. And now let's hear from Corey LaJoie. He's with Parker.
All right, Rick, you mentioned check and release from the infield care center. If that scary incident down the backstretch, flipping, Corey, what occurred between you and the 10 as you went down the backstretch?
That's just about the way the year's gone. You know, we have a good car, and I find a way to flip it upside down. Twice this year we've been upside down, and I haven't been upside down in my whole career. That's just how, unfortunately, the year for our 7 team's been. We've had speed.
Louis, thank you.
Put together, but the 10 chopped me a couple of times, especially off 2 when I'd had a run, and I don't know. I haven't seen the replay yet if he pulled it off the wall when I was trying to get to his left rear and slow him down. It was a ride, buddy. There's sparks and dirt and all sorts of stuff coming in. I just hate that our Garner truck and Camaro got a little dinged up, and I think we had a top 12, top 10 car today, and I hate we ended up on a roof.
I think I speak for everyone saying we're glad you're okay with that sort of vicious hit that you had there.
Yeah, it's just safe cars. You know, kudos to NASCAR for building safe cars. Joy of Seaton, shout out to them. You know, Bell Helmets, everybody that keeps me safe inside the car. Stroh belts. That's a big lick, and I feel like I could jump back in that thing and keep going if they let me, but I just hate today.
Hughes, thank you again, $2. Hughes, thank you so much for the super chat.
Is one of the more
I knew Chase would show up.
In our series, his father started a seat company years ago, and that sparked Corey's interest in safety. He is very active on the safety side of things. He is as educated as any driver on the field about it.
You're talking about 2-time Xfinity champion Randy LaJoie.
Yeah, the only thing that really comes to mind that maybe makes this different is with this tremendous kind of wind down the backstretch. They're driving into that headwind, so the car itself, say it's going 190 miles an hour. If that's a 20-mile-an-hour wind, it's seeing 210-mile-an-hour airspeed. So all these safety flaps are about
Leah
an air
and
crossover
Cam.
speed. Now look, that's not an excuse. Cars should never go in the air, but I know all of those details would be looked into, and I'm sure there'll be adjustments made if needed.
Brings back his lucky
the
mullet.
safest place for cars to remain are on the ground. We can't have cars getting airborne. Great to hear Corey LaJoie and hear he's okay. Marty.
Rick, outstanding point by Steve a moment ago. In fact, Chris Gabehart made the same point to Denny Hamlin before the green flag. Listen in.
A lot of guys have damage. A lot of guys got their hands full. So I'm not updating you on the wind. Hard gust in your right side door in the middle of 3 and 4. That's where all the calamity is.
So, Jeff, if your crew chief gives you that information, what do you do different behind the wheel? Anything, or is it just helpful to have the knowledge that that's where the wind is blowing?
Oh, there's no question there's things you can do. When you drive into turn 1, that car, it's pushing you down the back straightaway. It's making you go faster, so you actually have to lift a little bit earlier. And aerodynamically, the car is trying to shove you out of the racetrack. It's going to be worse than 1 and 2. And 3 and 4, though, you're driving into a headwind. You could be more aggressive. You got to take advantage of that wind because it'll help your car drive better in turn 3.
Elliot continues to lead in Michigan.
As the leaves turn and the air cools.
All right. Elliot continues to lead. Benny and A Chance, thank you for subscribing. Appreciate that. As we got 51 laps to go here, and let's crank it up. You're welcome, Crystal. Stupid Roofer, did you see I joined the Discord for BB? And we also have a Discord for us too. If one of our mods can put the Discord link in the chat, that would be awesome. Pretty good, Christy. We're also, if you'd like to join our membership, the link is in the pinned message. You get access to all those emojis and everything that we do with ours. So make sure you do that as well. Hit that like button. We're almost to 1K on the likes. And we're over 20,000. Thank you, guys. There's Bad Brad. Let's go to the in-car camera. Gator, $10. Shaboom Prance for 20K. I want a flag. Thank you, buddy. Let's see, do I got sound in the camera here? Let's see. Thank you, Roy. Nice pass for Ty Gibb for second. I don't know if he's clear or not. Ty reeling him in. I cannot make the racetrack bigger, Trump. Sorry. This is what we do. What's my top three today? $2, another's $2 super chat. I don't know. It's gonna be a tough one.
Situation. Byron last on pit road at lap 112. You see the thumbs up from the gas man. So they might have waited a half a second just to make sure it was full, but it's not like he sat there waiting on the fuel for extra amount of time. That's really what this.
Thank you so much for all the super chats last this weekend, Accused. We appreciate you.
We don't have a yellow. That'll upset it all. But if they all cycle under green, how long will everybody's pit stop be? How well can you get on and off pit road?
And Steve, so much is the timing of fuel. So really, a two-tire stop doesn't give you much of an advantage.
I give Chase Elliott, Brad Keselowski.
Well, it doesn't matter for the top cars, but if you look at from Busch on back, who has much less time on their fuel cell, the math may work where two tires.
So seventh on back has more fuel
they can get in each situation
than the top
and
six.
Then, Jeff, are two tires good enough to hold off a lead?
Yeah, that's the question. I think two tires would be great.
I don't know. How many? Someone look that up. How many is Chase won on a Monday?
Close call for Chase Elliott while Byron was on pit road.
Flip is different than roll. He rolled.
Right up against the wall.
He still flipped, though. I mean, the car went like this.
Using all the track, right, Jeff?
Yeah, that's what you have to do. I mean, it's just every little bit that you're not in the gas, the car's just not making enough pace. So you actually have to kind of overdrive these cars a little bit. Now, you overdrive them too much to actually go slower, but you got to get every bit of it.
Looking off of the United Rentals onboard of Ryan Preece as Noah Gragson and Eric Jones right there. Dave.
Martin Truex Jr. gives up a top 10 running position to take on at least two right side tires. That's what they did last time. They're going to do 4 this time because they do need that fuel
William
cell
Frederick
full.
becoming an MVP.
Nice
Thank
stop.
you so much, William.
Nice stop by the 19, under 10 seconds. You see on the bottom left, 9.2. So now let's cycle the 19 versus the 24. The 24
1K on the likes.
is using
Thank
these
you guys.
new tires,
You're awesome.
Jeff, to make lap time. It's not as obvious as other racetracks.
Thank you, Robin. Good to see you.
The 5 came first.
Here comes Bowman. Any Bowman fans?
We'll see if that works as we see the 19 leave pit road. He'll be behind the 24. So now the 2 cars that can make it on fuel, Byron leads the way, although currently a lap down, Parker.
Alex Bowman on pit road. He'll pit just outside the top 10 as he gets into this pit cycle as well. Last pit on lap 112, so it should be a fairly longer stop, closer to 10 seconds like we saw for the 19 there, and 4 tires just still a little free on the 48 car when he gets in that clean air.
3, the 9, the 19, the 54. Cursed.
I'm a
Okay,
little
sorry.
surprised more haven't countered the move.
I appreciate you.
Because the
Thank you,
lap
sir.
time and position on the racetrack. Once he gets by the 9, he's going to be able to set sail, only gaining more time on the rest of these leaders. And right here, you're going to see the run. He
Thank
gets
you,
on the
William.
corner.
I appreciate you, buddy.
Turn down the hill with those fresh Goodyears. But can he make the pass?
Will he complete the pass? This is to get his lap back. Again, Chase Elliott, race leader. William Byron trying to get back on the lead lap.
All the way to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to get forward momentum. He's going to get alongside Chase Elliott. No, clears him.
So now a caution would be great for William Byron because he would basically stay on the racetrack. Everybody would pit, and he would get the lead because he's back on the lead lap.
41 to go.
We talk a lot about tires this year
Thank you,
around this series and last
USMC,
year as well. This is
1911 and Tommy Hill as well.
Absolutely.
It has some fall off. It's not a ton of fall off, but enough fall off for tires to matter. We like that. We think that makes the racing a little bit better.
When are you going to call your driver to pit road, Steve, now that you've seen the success of the 24?
I'm a little surprised Chase Elliott in the 9 didn't kind of cover what the 24 did. I had the same opinion of Reddick. I thought both of those cars would come. Gibbs, you know, he's in a tough spot because
everyone can make it from here.
When he does pit,
fuel-wise, can't they?
You figure that's probably about 2 gallons.
I think the 1 through
so
6 cannot.
2 second longer.
We look on NASCAR.com.
Reddick able to get beside the 9. And now a little side.
No, 1 through 6 is
for the lead.
About out. Ty Gibbs is almost empty.
He drifts up the racetrack.
And here they come.
Reddick now out in front of the field here at Michigan.
Ty Gibbs pitting.
Gibbs and Brad, they were on fumes.
Brad trying to come behind him. What a job. If Brad got the pit road speed, he had to make up 15 car lengths.
Parker.
What a move by Brad Keselowski. They're gaining on the 54. Ty Gibbs, they both last pitted
Kyle's
on the
good.
same lap, so they've had to hit pit road at the same time.
Kyle
after
doesn't
those
need to
caution
pit.
laps. The 54, Ty Gibbs, he gets to his pit stall first.
Chris
to the left
Buescher
side.
and Ross
Just a touch
Chastain.
tight. The team was cheering him on as he got to the 9 car there, but when the 24 William Byron came up, he lost a lot of ground. They had to hit pit road, and for the similar strategy for Keselowski, he's been just a little tight as well in traffic, waiting on the fuel. Both are away. We'll see how they cycle through here. It looks like Tyler Reddick's hitting pit road.
Show him who you are, Denny.
And Chase Elliott also
Where's Chase on fuel?
Now.
He's coming in now.
Those two give up the top spots. Parker.
And Chase Elliott there is battling for the lead throughout this run. He's just been a touch free, especially in that clean air. You saw him using all the racetrack off of turn 4. That's been a consistent theme for the 9 car today, but they've had speed as well within there. They will be 4 tires here, and we'll see what they match up on fuel as we go through the cycle, Marty.
It took Tyler Reddick the entire day, Parker, but he finally has his track position back. Just took the lead from Chase Elliott. Before that, showing the strength of the long run for the 45 car.
Push all day, Lamar says.
We
we'll
do
see.
not have to wait on fuel, but the 9 with a little bit quicker stop than the 45, Dave.
You can see Ryan Blaney pitted as well. This car was chattering the tires coming off of turn 4. They made an adjustment for that tight condition.
And this right here will be the race
Kelly
for
says,
the
I've been
lead,
riding
and
with
all
Denny.
cycles around.
He'll get the top 10.
Of William Byron using those fresh tires early.
We got 37 laps to go, y'all.
He'll be in front of the 9. Look at the 19 come. He's also already made his pit stop.
Rowdy is the leader.
The 9 as well. Will he be able to do it?
And he's good on fuel.
Great job by Chase Elliott to maximize his pace getting into 3 coming off pit road, Marty.
Denny Hamlin made his way just outside the top 10, has raced his way back up there. The 11 much better. Right side onlys for the 11 as he leaves pit road. So
see that.
all those
He
that
is
pitted
good
at
on fuel.
138, Steve, they're thinking about coming very soon. If you were one of those crew chiefs, would you consider right sides as well, only?
I think you have to if you're Kyle Busch. If you're the 8 leading this race and you have to win to make the playoffs, the only chance of winning are 2 tires, getting the lead, and hope it holds on. With 4 tires, you just are not going to keep the lead. You're going to cycle back to 5th, 6th, 7th. Now, maybe you'd be fortunate enough to make it happen on restarts, but we're going to see the 8 when the decision
almost
he makes.
2-second
If
lead
I'm the
out
crew chief
there.
of the 8, I think I have to take 2 tires and gamble.
Chase Elliott under attack now from the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. Also,
I guess I can't wear Denny next week either.
Martin Truex
Hey,
Jr. That puts
am I ever
going to
wear a Denny hat?
Now the 2 Toyotas go side by side.
No Denny
Reddick
next
and
week.
Martin Truex Jr. falling back from Elliott.
And it's really easy to gamble from the TV booth, just for the record, when it comes to pit strategy.
When it doesn't work out, it doesn't hurt nearly as bad. Reddick able to
welcome,
drive in the corner and clear Truex here.
And remember, these guys are running 18.
And these cameras are on NASCAR.com. This is not the broadcast. So you guys can watch these free.
And I just think this is a race for the lead. I know the 8 might try that 2-tire and kind of leapfrog them, but I mean, tires do matter. We've seen the 24 past the 9 on fresh tires. Now the 9 is trying to run the 24 back down.
The key would be if Busch can put tires on after these guys have run enough laps on their tires to start slowing down a little bit. That's what he has to hope for.
It might be. At this point.
Remember, Chris Buescher was in that accident a little bit earlier. Scott Graves said the left front part of the splitter is not great. So they've been dealing with that a little bit too free for Buescher. I asked Scott Graves, would you consider 2? He said, yes, I would consider it, but he's going to go with 4 here among those that pitted at 138. What's Kyle Busch going to do, Dave?
He was told, don't slide the tires, Marty. They're going to do 2 right side tires. So the veteran comes in, parks the 8 car right where he
it is
needs
live,
to,
Martin.
And they're going to put fuel in this race car in just the 2 right side tires. Interestingly, with 34 laps to go, 33 now, it was at this point in the run where Kyle radioed the team and said, okay, right here, like the balance was good. So that's a good place for them to be.
Now the
I wonder why he pit.
call has
I thought he had
been
good fuel, but
Will
maybe not enough to
him
make
the
it.
Necessary track position.
I thought he was good on
Leaders
fuel.
Off turn 4, 200 miles an hour. I don't see any way the 8 blends in front of him. He has, a quarter mile, but he has to get up to speed. I just think he's going to be overtaken on the backstretch. He's slipping and sliding on the apron, trying to get that power down, Jeff.
He knows they're coming. He's going to be looking in the mirror. I think he's got it. It's going to be a potential block into turn 3. But he's going to drive into turn 3, wide open in the throttle. He does not
hold it, Rowdy.
He doesn't have the pace. It's going to equal out right here. It's going to start to equal out.
Hold it, Rowdy. That's for the lead right here, y'all.
Good enough to keep this lead.
He's in front of that 24, but it's closing the gap.
How about the 24 driving off the front of the 9 as soon as he saw the toe?
Block him, just for the win.
Oh, there you have it.
Block him. There you go. Look, what a great job.
Where's my rowdy friends? Y'all still in here? Rowdy friends, let me see it.
So that he could have fresh tires a little bit later in the race. And he waited. If he had waited 1 more lap, he would not be in this lead.
So these are not the leaders of the race. Suarez, Hocevar, Stenhouse, Harrison, Burton yet to pit. But this is the race win, assuming we don't have a yellow. Kyle Busch trying to go 20 years in a row, Rick.
19 already, and this is year 20 if he can get a win. Again, Kyle Busch out front. The 24 of William Byron. And remember, he's got that bad wrist, his left wrist at Indy. When he got in the accident, he was a sprained wrist because of the steering wheel snapping. He's got a brace on it this week. And now out in front, looking for 1 more win. Another win, that would be 64 wins for Kyle Busch if he can finish this one out.
I just can't tell you how impressed I am with the decision of when to pit him. And then everybody executing, right? You have to get on pit road right. You have to have the great pit stop.
Byron, could he ruin a party here?
The right amount of speed. They maximize their entire opportunity here to get it.
He has a mirror full of William Byron, though, as the 24 has closed the gap. And remember, Suarez, Hocevar, Stenhouse Jr., Burton, they're all still in front of him. There are 11 cars in front of this group. But again,
you don't see Kyle Busch winning
to pit.
All right,
Tyler Reddick, he's a lap down.
Exercise.
Let's go into Byron's car so we can watch the second place car. 24. Right. Listen in to William Byron when it comes back here. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe. Thank you guys, everybody, getting us to 20K. I hope you guys have had a good morning here with me. And I hope you guys soon come back in this weekend as we'll be at Daytona for all the festivities at Daytona. Let's crank it up on William Byron trying to chase down the rowdy one. We'll see, man. As man. Arizona man. I don't know. 4,000 in the chat. Hit the like button. Almost 4,000. We almost had 4,000. Thank you so much, guys. Oh, O'Reilly's coming in with a commercial. What's up with that? Let's see here. Thank you, CNC. Thank you for subscribing. Billy says, I'm not a big Rowdy fan, but I'm all right with him winning. That's Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick is in... It shows him in 13th. I don't know what's up with the... I don't know what's up with that because... Okay, I'm sorry. That's right. Kyle is not in the lead. He's in 12th. So this is the battle for the lead right here. My bad. Thank you, $1 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Bears fan. This is the battle for the lead right here.
Remember, they're leading the race at yellow. They'll be able to pit and not lose that lap, improve their position.
So Tyler Reddick's been running a little bit higher than Kyle Busch. This time he goes to the bottom. Can he clear him right here? I don't think he's going to clear him. Kyle Busch is going to get
Come on, Rowdy.
Right side. No, he does clear him. No, he doesn't.
Commercial.
Not yet. All right, so Kyle Busch, he's got to carry enough speed here to keep Reddick from sliding him. Reddick's going to drive in the corner deep, go up the racetrack. Kyle Busch is going to try to turn
new leader.
Him. He just
Tyler Reddick.
Not have enough car to do it.
Not enough car, not enough tire. Remember that 8 is on 2 tires. That was the only call to even be in this position. I loved the call, but it's not going to work out. Now the question is, does anyone else on 4 tires have enough car to run Reddick down?
Here comes the 24 of William Byron. He gets to the inside of that 8. Will he also clear him? He does.
And that's big, right? He didn't waste another straightaway or another set of corners.
Are you able to post number of tires in the last pit on your leaderboard? No, South Virginia.
Setup is even
that's a NASCAR.com thing. I wish they would.
Uses the draft to stay close.
I want last pit, like what lap?
He's going to be a pest back
that would be nice too.
24 laps.
Well,
see, us fans need to be putting this stuff together.
Tyler Reddick has had a chance to win races.
Thank you for the super chat too.
He's expressed his frustration, been very vocal about it. Still a lot of racing left to go here.
Sorry about that, Jeff. I was just going to say on the pylon, you see the cars come to pit road. Hocevar, Priest, that leaves the lead now to Stenhouse Jr., Harrison, Burton, Jones, Barry, Hemrick, Ware, McDowell, the top 7.
And again, and we'll go to Parker.
As you see Ty Gibbs going underneath Chase Elliott here. I think this has been a very impressive day for this 54 team. They came to this race plus 18 above the cut line. And in both instances, in both stage 1 and stage 2, they elected to do the strategy that put them in a position to get stage points. And then it fell in their hands when we had that crash in the start of stage 3, that some of the competitors they had in the cut line were involved in those incidents. And now they find themselves fighting.
I'm sorry, yeah, I looked at it. I'm sorry.
Late in this
I looked at it wrong.
This is a well-executed race by Chris.
He is not a lap down. You're right, Dave.
By that driver, Ty Gibbs in there, they try to fight to be in these playoffs this year.
And again, a good points day for Martin Truex Jr. and Gibbs. Without a new winner, there would be 2.
So 7 cars haven't pit yet.
Guaranteed on points. Take a look at this, though. Ross Chastain right through the middle. Goes by Bubba Wallace. AJ Allmendinger on the bottom.
He's in P19.
It's been great racing here at Michigan.
It's been really good.
Spinhouse about to take out the whole field. Steely, thank you for subscribing.
Until it rained, and it picked right up today.
Harrison Burton still has to come to pit road. He is leading here at Michigan.
If you wreck someone for the win, that means you're not in the playoffs.
I assume they're going to come in, just take right side.
Woods brothers, we'll see.
To get to the finish of the race.
Could he stay out?
An argument maybe
21 to go.
Where you might come out in traffic. It really
could he ruin everybody's party?
You're going to blend back on the racetrack, but that's a.
1 second.
Nice sight for Harrison. No one out.
With Harrison, his future still undecided. We know that he won't be back with the 21 team next year, so he'll be looking for a ride.
Reddick is just running the best lap times of anyone on the racetrack.
And remember, Tyler Reddick, he is in a tight battle to win
Cam
this regular season
also.
championship. Larson's one of those guys that's in it. Also, Larson is out. He wrecked earlier.
200 mile an hour for Harrison Burton.
Tyler Reddick up front as far as that regular season championship. As we see this getting even tighter here as Martin Truex Jr. went to the inside, but the 9 of Chase Elliott's going to get by him.
He wrecked.
Christie
wrecked.
54. I think
on
the
that
19 has a really
big
good
wreck.
race car. He's just
took out Kyle Larson and Bubba, Joey Logano. Or he had a
Reddick up front though has really stretched it out. I mean, Reddick is now about a second in front of Byron.
And now there's only 3 cars in front of Reddick. Harrison Burton, Josh Berry, and Michael McDowell. They still have to come to pit road. Parker.
Check her records.
Chase Elliott continue to fall back here and start to struggle. This has been one of the concerns for this race team, as they are also
keeping that like button for us, trying to get to 2K.
That really tight battle between them, Larson, and Tyler Reddick and Denny Hamlin. Right now, as he tries to fend off Keselowski, they just told me earlier yesterday that really the long-run pace of their race cars has been concerning them. It's something they've had to work on. And right now, as we get into the later stages of this run, you're starting to see that 9 falter. He was running some of the highest lanes that we've seen. The only other driver that high that I've seen was Tyler Reddick. It's just not working for Chase Elliott, not able to extract the speed out of that race car as we get later in this run right now.
Old Dale would be so banned in the current year. You're right.
As far as regular season standings and championship, Chase Elliott in this race got 9 stage points, and that is why
Harrison Burton is low on fuel. He ain't going to make it, y'all.
In the regular season.
17 to go, though.
Harrison Burton leading. You see the speed.
Him and Josh Berry.
21. He'll come to pit road, handing
there it is.
over to Josh Berry.
And Berry will be the only one still out on the racetrack
that
has not come to pit road yet in front of Tyler Reddick.
Yeah, that Sunoco camera on board the 21. Appreciate those shots all day long.
Appreciate the 21 team letting us join their team. Had a good ride
Reddick
with Harrison.
Will be the leader here after Josh Berry pits.
He's 8.6 seconds behind Josh Berry.
Those 2 tires for Kyle Busch is really showing their effects.
He won't have enough fuel to get all the way to the end.
No, but if a caution came out right now, Josh Berry would pit, and I don't expect Reddick to pit, but half the field would because they think tires matter. So that would give Josh Berry instantly better track position, maybe 15th or 16th, really changing the course of their day.
16 to go.
That's what Rodney Childers is thinking. Just
I did too, T-Van.
Try to find the best finish for your race car.
The gap now between Reddick and William Byron is about 2 seconds.
But the good thing about Chastain is that he's ahead of
third, but ultimately when Berry
Chris Buescher right now, so he'll probably be in the playoffs and Buescher out.
Aerodynamics and pit strategy.
I had Ryan Blaney, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Taken control of this race, Marty. When it mattered, he drove by all the contenders and now controls.
And remember, the restart of the race today, you see the bottom of the battle of your screen between Chase Elliott and Brad Keselowski. He lost all that track position. This long-run speed has been so key for the 45 team today. And, Jeff, you mentioned the frustration lately. Think
Hope
about
so,
all
too,
the
for you,
close
Prison.
calls and almost
Harris,
wins
thank you for
Tyler
subscribing.
Reddick. Second at Nashville, second at Chicago, second at Indy. He thought he was second at Richmond until everything got changed with that late wreck. He finished third, though, last week at Richmond, and this could be win number 2 of the season for Tyler Reddick. At
You're
win
welcome,
number
Rack.
1, the boss, Michael Jordan, was in the house. But Michael was here yesterday and went home because it rained out. Maybe MJ should have stayed because it looks like his driver in 14 laps might collect another win.
Maybe it just counts when he's there for the start. Because he was there for the start yesterday.
It's like driver points. You got to
just stay right here and nobody else.
Well, this would be huge. I mean, we talked about the battle for the regular season championship. Why does that matter? It's points going into the playoffs. If you win that thing,
it's that 20 car regime. That 20 car is pretty good.
Just trying to build as many points as you can going into them.
15 playoff points for winning the regular season. That is equivalent to 3 race wins. So you fill your bucket up with those playoff points, and those carry through each stage of the playoff, the round of the playoff. And Josh Berry's going to be on pit road. That means that Tyler Reddick now race leader, and he has
new
12
leader.
laps
Tyler
to go
Reddick.
for
Let me
Michigan.
see those
Rick,
45s, 23-11 out there, y'all.
It's not over until someone sees the checkered flag. Austin Dillon, much has been made about that overtime finish, but remember, he had the race basically in hand with a couple to go. And Monster lead, and late yellow changed everything. You know, with 12 to go, it could easily happen here at Michigan as well.
The gap was about the same, 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Richmond and what we're seeing right here at Michigan. Now we see Martin Truex Jr. as he clears the 8s of Kyle Busch. Again, Busch won stage 2. He's running 5th. Is this enough of a positive for Kyle Busch to come away from this race and, I guess, feel like things are going in the right direction?
23 car
for
leading the
RCR?
race.
Well, I mean, it's enough of a positive to feel better, but it's not enough of a positive to change the course of their season so far. But anytime you run well, we make a lot of the playoffs, and I know Kyle Busch wants to win, but it's got to feel good to compete, to be up here in the mix.
I think that's the key. You know, sitting there racing against Martin Truex Jr., you know, used to be his teammate. Feels like he's as good of a driver, you know, as Martin, and he's just doesn't feel like he's had the car.
11 to go.
And now
11 to go.
Being able to keep up with him.
It's on USA.
With a tire deficit, it has to. That is no question. It's positive.
Under 10 laps remaining.
I really
It's
watched
Reddick
the
out in
cameras
front.
more
He's
than I
got a
watched
2-second
this.
advantage over William Byron. Ty Gibbs running in that 3rd position.
I watched the
Martin Truex
NASCAR.com
Jr. is
cameras.
4th, Kyle Busch 5th. Keselowski, the Michigan-born driver, running 6th. Chase Elliott, Blaney Hamlin, and Bowman are the top 10. And you see the points. Buescher involved in the incident at the start of stage 3. And he's still 9 points above the cut line now. Bubba Wallace 9 behind him.
Yeah, so Tyler Reddick, I think we have to. This race isn't over, as you both said.
Yeah, it's NASCAR.com, man. NBC, when NBC went live,
and look who they're competing
these
against.
cams
Hendrick
popped up. When
Motorsports,
Fox was on,
Joe
they were
Gibbs
not.
Racing, Richard Childress Racing, RFK. I mean, Penske. They are going after the guys that you think are going to win the championships, the guys that some of them have dominated this series. And this is a very, very young team. We talk about Michael Jordan and his presence at the racetrack, but there cannot be enough credit given to Denny Hamlin and what he's done, leading, putting this team together, putting the right people, the right driver. When he heard Tyler Reddick might become available, he was like,
might be a minority. Triton says, I'm disappointed with Hamlin. I had my orientation today, so he was supposed to win. I know.
To build this team.
And the combination has worked. Tyler Reddick has elevated Bubba Wallace, and Bubba Wallace, Tyler Reddick.
Welcome to the
Today,
family, though.
Only because Wallace
the
had
FedEx
that
community.
accident. He really just got into somebody else's accident. He's damaged, but that 23 was as good as the 45, and I expected him to be right here in the top
45 run away with
He
this,
could've
y'all.
just
It's 7 laps
avoided
to
that
go.
issue and not have the damage.
Tyler Reddick out in front here. Yesterday when we talked with Denny Hamlin, he said that 2311 right
He's got
now
plenty
is
of gas.
the best two-car team in all of NASCAR. They are doing things that people wouldn't expect. You guys mentioned how young these teams are as far as 2311.
show.
Such great success.
That's not Bubba, that's
already,
Tyler Reddick.
just 4 years in.
And don't discount Toyota.
Yeah.
You know, Toyota's come in and just done a great job at Joe Gibbs Racing. A great partner to this team as well.
I got 5 running.
Whoa, we got a problem.
The 19
Truex.
off turn 4. I can't tell if it's a tire.
Caution has
Caution.
come out. There'll be a restart.
Truex.
In the wall, he seems to be back up to speed.
Under 6 laps to go, and a caution comes out.
Lord.
Tough position for Tyler Reddick, right, Steve? What do you do now?
It's going to be tough.
Oh,
these
Lord.
guys. You see the kind of the frustration, the disappointment, the hand up in the air. Not sure.
Poor Tyler Reddick, man. Oh,
Mark
Lord.
Truex Jr., after having such an amazing car all weekend.
That looks like a tire.
That just looks like to me he got loose. We've seen that a lot today. He chased it up the racetrack and ran out of racetrack. Big hit to the right rear. Not sure that car is not damaged.
Yeah, I think the right rear toe link has got to have damage, though. Right rear tail.
Tyler Reddick has to be scratching his head going,
so you're telling me there's a chance. That's right. Hit that like button, y'all, as you're coming in. If you're just joining us, hit that like, hit the subscribe.
When a caution
we do NASCAR here on the Go with CeeLo. We'd love for you to join our community. Become a member, too.
Yeah, so now some very difficult decisions. Let's listen to what they had to say.
This is a joke? Come on. Bull. Touch the wall. There's some paint on the racetrack. Good grief.
Frustrated with the decision for the yellow. I mean, the 19's contact was pretty severe, but I can see Reddick's point as far as no tires down, no debris on the racetrack. There'll definitely be some question mark.
Just a little bit.
Why or if it needed to be a yellow.
Dave?
Nobody in the top 10 pitted longer ago than William Byron, who runs in second. About 5 laps ago, Rudy Fugle, the crew chief, called to his driver and said, I need you to save me a little bit of fuel. They can get to the end, and then Rudy told him that if you were doing the right thing. If this
evil smile
is quick,
from Chase,
then we'll be okay.
Well, the decision is, do you pit?
Thank you.
Do tires matter? The leaders
An evil
stay out.
smile.
Someone's going to make the decision. The 19 has damage, but look at all of the leaders deciding to stay on the racetrack. They feel that the heat cycle will add the grip.
Yeah, so not very many cars inside of the top 15 came to pit road. Martin Truex Jr., McDowell, and Buscher.
How much did that cost in cost Hendrick? I don't know.
That were inside the top 15 that came
Byron's
to pit
on
road.
fumes.
Yeah, I think Scott Graves thought more would come once Chris Buscher and others came down pit road.
Thank you so much,
it's a
Rob
lonely
and
pit road
JD.
with just a handful of cars here. And once Graves saw that, he said just right side tires only. And I only think they added a little bit of fuel, but not much. But yeah, interesting call, Steve, here by Scott Graves to bring Chris Buscher down pit road. He will restart deep in the field with only a handful of laps
Yeah, this
left.
changes everything again.
Just such a tough call. I mean, the right answer can't really be made until
you think
see what
Byron's going to win this
does.
on
now,
fumes?
For leaders, I think you have to stay on the racetrack. You can't give up that track position.
There are 25 cars on the lead lap, and I believe
Bad
Haley
Brad,
will get
Ty
the
Gibbs?
free pass. He was running 26.
Who's it gonna be?
1 lap down. So now, if you're Tyler Reddick, what lane do you choose, Jeff?
Oh, you got to go to the top. I mean, you got to pick the top in Michigan. I don't think there's any choice but to go pick the top. Hope the guy behind you will give you a good push down the front straightaway. And it's about leaving the restart zone. You just have to leave the restart zone with good forward momentum.
Let's take another look at this accident with the 19 really from outside the car and see what it looked like. We were on board with the 19. He just gets loose up into the fence. That's a heavy hit.
Yeah, Surf Boat, we did it.
Talk about, we've seen multiple.
Ty Gibbs and Byron are both low on fuel.
Of the cars today, and you know Truex is a top running car. Larson a top running car. Right, these cars, Hamlin racing for the lead.
RFK, Brad, you got this.
Just stuck to the racetrack.
Bad Brad.
They're very difficult to drive, and you can see it when they overstep their bounds just a little bit around they go.
Bias 9 fan, but I think Chase has got it. Surf Bump, $20. Thank you so much, Surf Bum. You're the man, buddy. Thank you so much.
Might be a little
Congrats
bit
on that 20K, brother. Appreciate it.
You're going to help him a bit.
Well, yeah, except for once you get past the extended distance, they're just more laps, right, than what you figured. But I think you're right, Rick. I think everybody's going to feel pretty good about it. The real question is, you talk about what line you restart. Unfortunately, it has more to do, I think, with the people behind you than what you're going to do. If you just don't get that push, man, you got trouble.
Well, as we've been keeping an eye on the cut line, think about what's coming up next with Daytona, and you'll learn all about it if you join Dale Jarrett this Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern on NBC Sports on Sirius XM. That's NASCAR Radio Channel 90. DJ, who has had such great success at Daytona, will be there to talk about not only the Michigan race here, but also the upcoming Daytona race.
One thing to
Reddick is
consider
too
also,
fast.
guys, on this restart.
No one's passing him. We'll see.
Some guys stayed out earlier on a restart and had about 25, 35 laps on tires. It did not work.
Good enough point.
You're right. The new tires are coming right behind them. That's not the case in this situation. However, they still didn't drive well. So who is going to have enough grip to pull this off? I think that they all made the right call because the first guy on tires,
he's won.
I mean, he's all the way back in 15th. And that's on 2 tires. So I think they had to stay. But if you drive this car on this restart the same way you did when you had new tires on it, it's going to be a mistake. You're going to have overdriven the car. You're not going to be able to stay in lane.
You feel so nervous, Kyle says.
And remember at the beginning of this race,
Bush pit. No, he is in row 3.
2 cars being side by side down the backstretch, and he was able to get by from 3rd. Bubba Wallace did it as well. So it's more than just the front 2 cars, Jeff, right? I think 2nd, 3rd, 4th on back is going to have some runs.
Now back in the field, it's going to be chaos because McDowell in 15th, he is the first car on tires, and he and that whole group, they're going to be going anywhere they can go, 3 wide, 4 wide, in the middle. They're going to be trying to make something happen.
This is going to get crazy, y'all.
Overtime 3 to go thing.
Someone going to ride the fence, Happy John says.
We see that because it wouldn't surprise me to see
these fresh tires in the back.
This one with 4 tires is Suarez. He's 18th.
Kyle Busch.
Start, so we'll keep an eye on the 99.
No tires. He's going to fall like
with the
rocks.
Option tires in Richmond when he took advantage of that. This might be a little different. He's got a lot of cars in front of him here at Michigan.
Yeah, the guy I got my eye on is Ty Gibbs. He's starting right behind Tyler Reddick.
Wreck him.
Great success in the Xfinity Series. Has had a really good early start to a career, but no wins yet. And he is hungry. Now, he also is racing for a chance to get in the playoffs, and he is not guaranteed by any.
All right, y'all, here we go.
Points to the good.
Here we go, green flag. Buggity, buggity, buggity. Let's go racing, boys.
Again, Tyler Reddick up top. William Byron on the inside. It is overtime, presented by Credit One Bank.
God. Oh, commercial, are you kidding me? All commercials.
Door to door as they're going to enter turn 1. Now, a surge out of the 24. A great
it on
push
purpose.
from Keselowski. Keselowski goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Here comes Reddick on the outside once again.
Come on. Oh, it's a big crash. Chastain goes around.
Reddick with momentum going down the backstretch, and look at him fan out behind him.
Whoa!
And around goes the 1. Ross Chastain spins into
and
the
this is bad for Byron. He's in the lead, but he has no fuel. It's Nashville all over again.
Trying to make sure he doesn't get stuck in that wet grass.
Did you get anything? He started the wreck.
It did not look like he hit the inside wall.
Let you watch this wreck right here,
300 yards
since it's behind.
It happened. I mean, they were tank slapping down the back.
This actually works out.
Something happened.
See, you can watch the wreck right here.
He's wanting to push. Yeah. He's saying, hey, push me, push me. He's in trouble here. He cannot get the car rolling. Watch Alex Bowman. This is where it all starts.
See if they show it.
Alex Bowman loses control of his car.
They're not going to show it. Oh, there he goes.
Up. Now look at all this chaos.
Chastain was 11th.
That actually worked out.
When he spun around and into the grass. Now he was trying to go there.
Not good for Chastain. He's on the cutoff line.
You nailed it. You said he was trying to keep from getting stuck, and it got stuck anyway. And look at this. He is just behind on the steering, could never get caught back up.
And that car tried to lift
it.
It's
Nashville all over again. Here we go.
Spinning. Now we have to see how the field is going to line up. Remember, they'll basically go to the last loop line.
Hit that like button for us. Hit that subscribe. We're trying to get to 2K on the likes.
24 may have been in front.
Matthew says, please.
It's not cameras at this point because it's not the
great camera work. I thought Fox was bad. I know it.
All right, so the 24 is now the leader of the race.
Hey, we're just lucky to have this stuff, so we appreciate them.
At the last loop they crossed while they were still under green.
We could just be in-car cameras.
While that was all going on, guys, Chastain did get lapped. He got his car rolling, but the field went by him. He is a lap down.
And it looks like the left front is down for Chastain, and Chastain now below the cut line, Marty.
He was desperately asking for a push inside the car over the radio.
So Wallace is now 16th, and Chastain is 17th.
Chastain was plus 12 when he went for his spin. As you can see, left-hand side of your screen now below the cut line, which is just going to get tighter and tighter, obviously, as we head to Daytona next week.
Only 2 races remain in the regular season with Daytona and Darlington. Those are 2 opportunities to either gain as many points as possible or win and you advance. And again, we still have to remind you that the appeal is happening for the 3 team on Wednesday.
Willie B is out front.
Determine if that
and
stands
he is
as far
on
as NASCAR's
fumes.
ruling that he is not eligible.
Well, Daytona should be so calm. Nothing ever happens in the last 10 laps at Daytona. What I mean, whew.
And a restart is going to happen here. Jeff, you called it. You said we probably haven't seen the last of 3 to go in overtime. We'll see it again. Let's listen into William Byron's radio communications.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be really close. Depends on how quick they get this cleaned up. William, I don't. Because how dangerous we want to be. Yep. Yeah, I'm with you. Either way.
Talking about fuel, that was Rudy Fugle saying, look, it's going to be really close. So we'll have to see what they do. Do they decide to come down pit road? Do they decide to stay out? You see Rudy on top of the pit box. He's looking up pit road like he's calling the 24 in. So
it's
hard
not
to get
over
up the
yet,
lead.
Bowline.
You just have to run out of gas at this point in the season.
Well, he's locked into playoffs, right?
Yes.
And, you know, when you're locked in, Steve, you can be a little more of a risk taker.
48 and the 3 are on pit road. 48, we saw have some pretty good contact with the outside wall.
Bowman was in 11th before the pit.
It's more than just
I picked Kozlowski or Gibbs.
You know,
nice cars from a
205 miles an hour. So as a crew chief, you do feel this obligation to your driver.
Thank you again, Sir Bum, for the 20. Thank you for Accursed as well for all the super chats.
To your driver to have him restart on the front of this field on the next time around, coming at 200 miles an hour. Now, William Byron, I'm sure, will sign up for it. That's what he came here to do. But I will tell you that weighs on you. It's more than just can you make it. It's where is your poor driver going to run out of gas?
Brad Keselowski at Indy.
Right.
Remember that? He stayed out forever.
Yeah.
Marty.
While William Byron is worried about fuel, Tyler Reddick is worried about where he should choose. Listen in.
There's no way to drive around
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Dean.
I don't want to lose 10 spots. It's getting tight on the bottom, though. Yeah, 24 may also run out of gas at some point, so we don't need to be behind them. We need to be in front of them.
So that was the conversation of whether, Jeff, to choose the top behind the 24 or the bottom. What would you choose if you were Tyler?
I remember that night we had 9,000 in here. That was
24
crazy.
doesn't. I'm going to go. He's low on fuel. Remember, the 24 picked the bottom right there and got by Tyler Reddick. So I don't think that the bottom's horrible. I think the top was the right pick, and that was where I was encouraging him to go. But the bottom worked. So I just think you got to take the front row and then just see what happens.
So now it will
Stage
be
is
William
set, talking
Byron's
about Chastain.
choice as far as he'll be first to choose. But you look at the fuel, we're just kind of assuming
Willie B's
we know
going
it's 9 laps difference.
Pause and wreck
let's
the
just
field.
remind everyone
That's
as
what's
they
going to
come
happen.
To the choose, we
Thank
saw
you
this
so
in
much, Mr.
Indianapolis.
Andy.
You know, if William Byron does have to pit, coming back to the green,
Only
the line
winners
just
get
moves
pie.
up,
That's right,
and
Virginia.
Reddick would become the control car. Currently, Byron front. Now, it's going to be hard to pit from the top. Byron is the control car at the moment. And he's got...
You see McDonald's too much?
Whether it's a speedway
well, he's the
or
leader,
a restart,
so.
Brad Kay is Mr. Pusher, in my mind. He's going to get a shove down into turn 1.
Steve, do you worry about the pickups again? You had mentioned it before. They're on the left and right side.
Thank you,
So
JK.
this car's not
Thank
as
you,
bad.
Jason.
The bottom of the Cup Series actually has a little bit of a V to it, so it's not just a big flat plane like the Xfinity cars were here on Saturday a couple days ago. This one, it does a much better job of filling up, so it's less of a concern with it. I mean, it's still a concern, but not as bad as the old style.
How about Brad Keselowski? You know, whenever he comes here, a little extra step, right? He's a Michigan-born driver. It's crazy. There's never been a Michigan-born driver win here. Parker.
Me too, T-Van.
Jeff, you know, we talk about home tracks for drivers and how much it would mean to win at these
Prayers
places.
for you,
Brad
Holly
has been
B.
quoted multiple times in saying that winning here would be as big as winning the Daytona 500.
Be praying
Overtime
for you,
restart
girl.
here to try and go get it.
Rochester Hills, just down the road.
Yeah, and Jack Roush, owner of this race car, his facility isn't far down the road either. They always bring a lot of employees out here.
That's what I'm thinking,
race.
Joe. He's going to be like Larson at Daytona. I mean, Nashville.
His win at Darlington earlier this year.
Stalled out and wrecked Kyle Busch.
Well,
But a win at home.
Come on, Rowdy.
It's going to be a wild race in the front. But
Here
it's
we
going
go,
to be
green
even
flag,
more wild in the middle of this pack.
Let's go racing, boys!
We're about to find out as we try overtime for a second time. Byron on the outside, Reddick on the inside. And a big push on that outside line.
Reddick.
And now Gibbs.
Great start.
Big shove as the 6 checked up. That pulled a lot of them back. Reddick out in front. Gibbs trying to clear for second. He's not going to be able to get by Byron as they go down the backstretch.
Come on. He did wreck right there when the 6 checked up.
Kyle Busch trying to move
this
up.
One's going to be over, y'all, no matter what.
Now.
White flag.
Byron has closed into the back bumper of that 45 as they come up on 1 lap to go in Michigan.
White flag.
One more time around.
Reddick's got front. This,
Byron,
baby.
He's going to look to the outside.
Dang.
3 car lengths separate the
Good
top
for him,
2
though.
as they go through 2.
Good for him.
Slow on the racetrack, the 9 and the 12. They're backing up. Up front. One more set of turns. Reddick with a 3 car length advantage now. Pulling away as he comes out of 4.
Byron made a move.
Tyler Reddick is going to win again. This time it's in Michigan.
Wow.
Hell yeah, Tyler. You are the man. How about that for improving some Michigan stats?
And that team is going to start celebrating. And I'm sure this is going to be a very
45's in the
emotional
chat
win
for
for
Tyler
Tyler
Reddick.
Reddick. As his mentor, Scott Bloomquist, lost his life in an airplane accident earlier this week. Tyler Reddick, who had his family's dirt late models built in a shop owned by Scott Bloomquist. Now Tyler Reddick has shaken off those second-place finishes that he's been so disappointed with over the last few weeks.
That's funny.
And he gets back to victory lane. The fans here at Michigan saw another great race. And we're glad that they stuck around here on a Monday to enjoy it.
He's been so close last 3-4 weeks. Lost 1,000. Burning it down. You're welcome, Rodney. What happened to Chase? 15. Thank you, Accursed, again. $2. Appreciate it. 15. You're welcome, everybody.
Remember how
Thank
this
you so
Monday
much.
started for
Truex
Tyler
got
Reddick.
screwed
He
again.
restarted the day 6 and fell back to 20th on the first restart of the day. But at the end of the day, delivers Toyota their first Michigan win in 9 years in front of some great fans who hung around on a Monday afternoon. So, Tyler, you didn't want the bottom on that final restart. How did you make it work, though?
Just great teammate. Fantastic push by Ty Gibbs. So that's what it's all about. The Toyota Racing family tries to take care of each other.
Yeah, let's talk about the role this team is on. You and I talked about it yesterday. Have you ever been, despite the disappointments with the second place finishes, on a roll like this in your career?
It's been a minute. It's been really cool, but I can't help but sit here in Victory Lane and think of Scott Bloomquist, man. Huge mentor to me, an incredible role model.
Zeros in the
and
chat,
legend of
y'all,
dirt
for
racing and
Bloomquist.
motorsports. So
Zeros in the chat.
the last couple of days have been tough, and this really helps it. And so this win, I think, should go for him and his family, his friends, and all that meant a lot to him.
One of the more emotional weeks for you, Tyler, then, in that regard?
Yeah, it's tough. It's always tough when someone you care about passes away. But my thoughts are with him and his family.
By the way, the boss man, Michael Jordan, was here earlier this year for your win at Talladega. He laughed last night. You couldn't convince him to stay?
Maybe I should have. We had a bad restart going into the night, so I didn't know how it was going to shake out for us in our McDonald's Camry, but
we did a really, really good job today and rebounded from that. I think we were one of the last cars in the lead lap, start stage 3, so great effort for us.
All right, Tyler Reddick collects a checkered flag here at Michigan. There's Bo coming in for the celebration with Dad. Tyler Reddick, 23-11 win here at MIS.
Tyler Reddick and Bo, they grab the checkered flag. They'll find a fan that they will gift that checkered flag to. Tyler Reddick grabs win number 2 on the season.
All right, so let's go through the little leaderboard really quick, and then CeeLo's got to go. Tyler Reddick, hey, he's finished second in the last 4 races, I think Tyler Reddick has. So good for him. William Byron doesn't run out of fuel, and he gets P2. Good finish for him. Ty Gibbs, we'll get a win one day for him. Kyle Busch, there you go, Rowdy. We needed that. Brad Keselowski, bad Brad. Chris Buescher, after wrecking, finishes 6th. So RFK 5 and 6. And let's see here. What else here? Zane Smith, good finish for him on P7. Daniel Suarez as well. Look at Denny, top 10 after riding through the grass in the first stage. And they fixed that thing and worked on it and got it good. So P9 for Denny Hamlin. Carson Hocevar in 10th. Ryan Preece 11th. Noah Gragson 12th. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 13th. Harrison Burton 14th. Chase Elliott, accursed. You were asking where he was. There he was, 15th. Not sure what happened there. But there is Chase Elliott. Eric Jones in 16th. Austin Dillon 17th on the top 20. There's my pick. Ryan Blaney 18th. McDowell 19th. Justin Haley 20th. Cody Ware 21st. Josh Berry 22nd. Daniel Hemrick 23rd. Martin Truex Jr. 24th. Ross Chastain one lap down, and that's going to hurt him in the standings. We'll take a look at the preview vlog on Friday. We'll give you the updated standings on our preview vlog coming out on Friday. Bubba Wallace, Alex Bowman's, Austin Cindric, John Hunter Nemechek, AJ Allmendinger, and then all the ones that wrecked there. Chase Briscoe, Corey LaJoie went flipping over on his side and had some fun in the air. Joey Logano, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, and then the pickle car, Todd Gilliland. Lapped leaders here. Let's listen to it real quick here.
And a minimum of 2 based on points. Dave.
William Byron sure wishes that 3 said 4 in the win category there. A couple things going on. You chose the outside. You had 9-lap older tires. How much of that was a factor in not beating the 45?
Yeah, I mean, I'll relive that restart, and what lane to choose overnight for sure. But, it seems like always as the leader, you want to take the top. But, I've gotten beat twice here by the bottom, and I had the lead on the bottom barely over him. But he had a better car than us, so he was a little bit faster. Second sucks, but really proud of the effort, though. I feel like, we've been trying to put weeks together like this, and this is a really good step. Everyone did a great job on the team. Strategy was awesome. Car was awesome all day, and really proud of the team. And just thanks to all of our partners, Raptor, Chevrolet. Wanted to get a win for Chevy here in their backyard for sure, but try to get one next year.
Strong run for the 24
Welcome,
today,
everybody.
Parker.
Right, Dave, catching up with Ty Gibbs, who finished third. A really strong day, Ty, and especially those late race restarts. Did you think you maybe had a shot at it there late?
Yeah, I feel like we definitely were in contention for sure. Just couldn't. I needed to get up sooner off of 2 to clear 24. Just missed it by a little bit. Then after that, it takes a lap to get wound back up after you lose momentum. So, I appreciate
Brent.
my guys bring me a great car. Interstate Batteries, Monster Energy. He gets a Toyota. Thank you to everybody that's part of this deal. Definitely a little frustrating, but we'll take it as a good day. And thanks to everybody that helps.
In this race, 18 points above the cut line. You're going to leave 39 points above the cut line heading to Daytona. Does it help you sleep a little better? Maybe take a little pressure off?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely is good. Good to have a good points day. Definitely wish we could have won and locked ourselves in, because winning usually takes care of about everything. But I'm thankful to be here and thankful to have a good day for sure.
Overall, a strong day for Ty Gibbs, Marty.
Parker, what a race called by Red.
All right, so if you saw the restart, Kyle gave Keselowski a big bump, and then he looked like he was going to go. Then Kyle went, and then Brad just fell off, and it hit Kyle, which made him fall back a little bit. But Kyle Busch finishes 4th. But there it is. Hope you guys had a good time. Everybody, appreciate everybody. Oh, here's Kyle Busch. One more.
We weren't in that wreck off of 4. We might have been, but
overall, just need a little bit more out of the Lucas Oil Chevrolet. I mean, we just kind of missed a tenth at each end. Just not quite being able to wrap the corner as fast as I needed to be able to run. I think O's and teens when those guys got me, I was running 30s. So overall, just net positive on the weekend and being better speed and up front and having a shot anyways. But we ran top 10 all day. So really good call by Randall and the guys to get us at 2 tires, get us at more track position, and just try to hold them off as best we could. So overall, net good day.
You described it as a positive day. How far of a step forward was this for the 8 team and RCR as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, this is how we would expect to run. This is how we want to run. We want to run up front, top 10s, and have opportunities to excel. If I had to say, maybe a 7th, 8th place car today, and we got a 4th out of it. So good pit calls helped us to be able to do that, and just making a couple good moves on those late restarts right there that got us that. So overall, though, yeah, I mean, nothing can translate from today into Daytona or Darlington setup-wise, vehicle dynamics, that sort of stuff. But good momentum rolling in the right direction. Just keep that going.
Much needed top 5 for Kyle Busch today, Parker.
Brad Keselowski finishes 5th at his home track. I know how badly you want this one. You're right there at the late race restart. What happened down at turn 1 was a checkup almost.
Yeah, we just had a couple issues today with engine shutting off, so that was frustrating, but just part of our day. And we were probably that 4th or 5th place car, and just the way the race played out, the 45 got by us. He was really fast. He kind of deserved to win the race. And we're just in position, but really couldn't make anything count. But really proud of our effort. Really good execution today, and a little more speed than we've had. Just need one more step to be able to win these races.
I know how badly you want to win here, how much it would mean to you at this place. To be that close, so tantalizingly close. You've been close before. What's the emotion being that close and not being able to get it done?
Yeah, I mean, we're just waiting for something good to happen to us. Like you said, we're in position, Parker, and just hasn't happened yet.
A strong day for Brad Keselowski and the 60, Marty.
All right, so we're going to call it a night. Appreciate everybody that's been here today and yesterday on a huge stream. Can't wait to see the numbers on today's stream. But thank you guys once again for 20,000 subs. It's amazing. We just hit 19,000 subs last weekend. Unbelievable. But I thank you guys. You're the guys that do it. You guys are the ones that bring it. You guys are the ones that push the algorithm by hitting that like button, subscribing, chatting in the chat, buying the memberships. It all comes together, and it shows big time. So thank you again, everybody. I want to thank my lovely wife, Spain. I want to thank my kids who are always giving up their hard-earned time as well. Me sitting here. I want to thank my members for giving their hard-earned money back to the channel. I want to thank my mods for hanging out on a Monday, some at work, modding here. So I appreciate you guys. So you got the best mods in the business. We don't have to deal with much craziness. We just have to deal with a chat going by really quick, but they know what to do. So thank you guys for everything. Thank you for watching. That's the number one. Thank you for watching. And we'll see you this weekend for some baseball and for some Atlanta Braves baseball tomorrow and Friday night under the lights at the Daytona International Speedway. So hope you guys had fun. I had fun. Time to go for CeeLo to go to work and do a real job. Peace out. Love you guys. We'll see you soon. Peace.